YouTube Zodiacs, what's good? It's your favorite Gemini cast of Gemini, back with another episode of the BBC, man, the Broke Boys Collecting Club, episode number 75. Silence is broken. For those of you guys who do not know what that means, is during the week, we had a little bit of XM Studios news. I'm sure you guys was able to see the live pre-record via Rad Titan. We also had a reactables from the Everyday Collector and yours truly, the VP, Buck Fangs. Man, Buck Fangs, Glass Joe, what's good?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
How's your guys' weekend been going so far?
Not bad, man.
I
Not bad.
slept in until like 1:30.
Yeah, nice.
It feels so good knowing I don't have to wake up to an alarm. I was ready to get out of bed by like 7 in the morning. I'm like, nah. Let's enjoy this.
Yeah. No, I did get up that early, man. And I was up late last night, but I still got up at like 7. But I took an afternoon, nice long afternoon nap. Enjoy that. Just like you said, there's something joyous and laying down going, I just wake up whenever the hell I wake up.
Yep. How about you, man? How was your weekend so far?
So far, so good. Yeah, a little bit of running around, but nothing much. I don't know if it was a long car ride to and from Kentucky, but my hip's been bothering me. Like it's been.
Oh man.
When I walk, right, it's like an old man problem, right? Like I got a bum hip out of nowhere, and it's like it's affecting the way I walk. So I purposely didn't do anything when I came home yesterday, and I didn't do much today. And not being in the car seems to be good for it, you know. But the second I have to get in the car for any kind of long ride, man, it just starts flaring up. And getting old blows, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh man, you're gonna live forever. Don't even sweat it.
Hey, listen, man. My dad's 91, so it's possible. I'll live forever, but I'll be broken and hurting the whole time.
He's gonna get the Magneto rejuvenation not before too long.
Yeah, be good.
Oh man.
How about you, Cash? How's the weekend treating you so far?
Oh man. It's all right, man. Just worked until about 7 p.m. on Friday. Got the show ready Friday. Took Saturday off. Didn't have to prep for no show. Hey, the first week that the show was prepped, actually, it's been a while, so that was pretty cool.
It's been a while. I came in. I didn't see anyone backstage. I was like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Am I about to go live solo again?"
I turned my computer on at like 7:40. We're still struggling to get turned all the way up. 508. I think I really have to upgrade this before we get something new.
We need to get all
man.
the BBC members a PC upgrade.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. So I mean, that's pretty much it, dude. It's been a cool day. Yeah, honestly, I got some Pokemon stuff in the mail from my guy Piggy. So that's cool. I've been playing Pokemon Black on the Nintendo 3DS. Actually, I'm.
Oh shit,
bro.
Pokemon
I
Black.
didn't even want. I didn't even want to stream today, man. I said, man, F this show, man. I want to play some Pokemon, man. Trying to play some Pokemon. But hey, I'm here and ready to get the show started. Yeah, man, ready to get the show started.
Better not skip the show for Pokemon. I bet if I check your Pokédex, all the Pokemon are trash.
I actually have never played Pokemon Black, so this is my first time ever playing Pokemon.
There
Black.
you go. There's the excuse, guys.
And they're actually coming out with a set that's not like a remaster, but it's like another adaptation of Pokemon Black. It comes out on like August something for like the TGC game. So yeah.
What's the strongest Pokemon in your roster so far in Black?
No, I literally just started the game like 20 minutes ago. So my
Zodiacs.
Oswaldo, the one you start with.
Yeah,
Literally, I just started. So
Cash
pretty
is gonna
happy,
skip
man.
the show for Oswaldo. You guys hear that? That's how much he cares about the show.
He's trying to get his stats up, man. Can't hate on it.
Yeah, dude, we gotta have some fun,
I'm right
man.
near the tail end of the Zelda that came out late last year, where you play as Princess Zelda,
Yeah.
and it's excellent, man. And, you know, I've had those moments where I don't want to do responsible things, I just want to finish the goddamn game.
Hey,
That's on the
man.
Switch, right?
All I'm saying is we can skip the show to play video games. It's no different than Ain seeing skipping out on shipping stuff out. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Excuses.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, let's say what's up to the chat.
Take it away, Buck.
Yeah, what's up, random? BBC.
Say random friend, man.
BBC. That's what the crowd hears. All right, we got Brenton in the house. What's up, Brenton? Appreciate
Grand
you.
Admiral Thrawn. Let's go.
Got Mr. Popo. Thanks for coming in. Yeah,
Popo got that clean here, man.
Yep. Carl.
What's good, Carl? What's up, man? Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yep. Norman Rich. Yeah, man, we appreciate you. Thanks for always coming through.
Yo, real quick for Norman's profile picture. Norman got remember the game we did real quick last week where you had to defend your birthday month and the hero or the villain?
Yeah.
Norman got the perfect suit to defend. What's your birthday month, Norman?
Bro.
What's your birthday month?
Norman's profile picture looks like the most corrupt lawyer in the city about to defend the most fucked up, most heinous villain. Is about to defend Kingpin. It's like, Your Honor.
There's a smirk too, like he's gonna get him off, no problem. You know, he's got the game in the bag.
Hey,
oh man!
Hey,
look at that smirk. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get him off."
Like, I got this.
Oh man!
Hey man, hey. Norman said, Jeffrey Dahmer. No problem at all, man. Okay, let's bring it up real quick here. Hold on, real quick before we move on. It is the Hulk.
Oh,
it's the Hulk.
He's defending the Hulk. I was defending the Hulk too. Me and him like same birthday month.
Norman could definitely defend the Hulk.
You did a very lawyer thing there, Buck, too, because you started defending Bruce Banner, even though he's not.
I learned from the best. I learned from Mr. Rich himself.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to the.
You're gonna be late, buddy.
Bro.
What's going on, man?
Bro, tell me how come I thought Norman's birthday was going to be Kingpin, which is crazy because Britain has a Daredevil in the background. I did not think his birthday was going to be August.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What's up, Brenton? We got Eric Sirius. BBC, let's go. What's up, gents? Vote for Pedro. We got Gotham Cinevice telling me I should enjoy my life as it is, because once you have kids, you'll never need an alarm clock again. I don't know. My kids are gonna have to learn to respect late bedtime on the weekends, like me sleeping in. And I'm gonna rule with an iron fist.
That was a joke right there.
Fatal. Happy birthday
Buck,
to the
are you gonna have kids soon?
Me? Not anytime soon. It's not in the plans. I can barely take care of myself, and I like sleeping in on the weekends. Happy birthday to the GOAT, Prince, the purple one. I don't think Prince is the GOAT. You probably got it wrong. You should ask ChatGPT. I'm sure to tell you that it's your boy Michael Jackson.
I cannot agree, man.
Those are all the comments we have. If you're watching right now and you're stealth watching, you need to say hello in the chat so we can shout you out.
I don't want to start any kind of stuff here, but if my two choices are Prince and Michael Jackson, it's definitely Prince.
Are you serious?
That mofo was so talented. Played everything. Wrote everything. He was wrote banger hits for everybody else. Like, the guy was a legend, man.
Hey, Glass Joe, the things that defend the Marvel character, not the musician. You don't have to try to defend Prince. It's okay. We get it. We get it.
I'm not defending him, man. I'm just saying.
Shout out to Edwin Diaz.
Shout out Edwin Diaz, man.
Or anyone under 30. Hey. Oh my god.
Hey man, don't take that ageist crap. Don't take
Yeah,
that
we can't
ageist
take
crap.
that ageist crap. You know, Plato's hating on me because I'm a young blood.
I've been a musician since '85. So
Can't trust
longer
a
than most
guy
of us
named
in my life.
Michael.
Can't trust a guy named Michael. I think I get the logic there.
Oh man. Nah, dude. No, but like I said, it's been a good week though. I'm actually about to get. I didn't have Disney Plus for, I guess, a while. Actually, about to bring it back next week. Before next weekend comes, I'll get it back sometime during the week. Pretty happy to watch. What am I gonna watch first? Believe it or not, there's like a joke going on in the house right now, so I'm probably gonna watch She-Hulk first. I know it's not great, but there's just like an ongoing joke in the house, so we're probably gonna watch She-Hulk.
Yeah, at least the Daredevil parts are cool in She-Hulk when he shows up. So.
Speaking of, I don't
If
know
you're
why
gonna
he's
suffer
bringing
through
up-
She-Hulk, get some good clips for the show from it.
Well, okay, so I haven't seen anything after after Endgame. The last thing I saw WandaVision, I saw Loki, I saw Captain America Winter Soldier, that one. That's the last thing I saw.
You mean
the TV shows.
The one with Bucky and
Yeah. That's the last that I saw. I haven't seen
that was actually pretty
Scarlet
good.
Witch movie. I didn't see anything else after Endgame. So I'm
Scarlet
like
Witch
super
movie?
behind.
You
Yeah.
mean Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange, yeah, it must have been Doctor Strange.
It felt like a
no.
Scarlet Witch movie.
No, I meant Black Widow, the
You mean
Black
the-
Widow movie. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
Good for you.
I kind of
What?
like the new Black Widow more.
Wait, what? There's a new
Yelena
Black Widow?
seems like a lot more
bunch.
fun.
There's a new Black
film
Widow?
is not.
If you watch the Black Widow film, then you should know there's a new Black Widow, Cash.
If you watch
Right?
Endgame, you should know there's a new Black Widow.
In Endgame? No, she wasn't Black Widow in Endgame.
Well,
man,
you know
Black
Scarlett
Widow-
Johansson dies. Black Widow dies. So
Wait. Yes, she does. I guess the Black Widow movie takes place before Endgame, right?
correct. Yep.
Okay.
She had to die for the sacrifice stone or something like that, right? It was something that she had
Soul
to...
Stone.
The Soul Stone?
Yeah.
One of the dumbest scenes of the movie where she and Hawkeye are trying to throw each other or themselves over the cliff and they're stopping.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I kind of think Endgame's
Infinity Wars
overrated.
is one of my all-time favorite superhero movies. I thought Endgame was kind of trash.
Damn, Endgame had a nice ending, so it makes everything
Wow.
work out.
Wow.
Well, what they did to
Yeah.
Hulk. Oh God.
I know. They punked the Hulk since the first Avengers film.
You talk about the Hulk getting punked. Look at this statement. This guy says She-Hulk is awesome. So if you thought Professor Hulk was bad, yeah, see how he is in She-Hulk.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
Gotham Cinebites concurs. So the only bad episode was the last. Good God. I need to recommend some things to watch for you guys.
Listen, man, if you get Disney Plus,
Wow.
X-Men 97 should definitely be part of the mandatory viewing. Just saying.
Random. You are not missing out on anything. Even X-Men 97, you can skip it out. Joe is just
Nah, Buck is silly. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Absolutely silly.
X-Men 97 is like the only thing they got. And maybe some older shows that where they haven't
Wow.
like hidden some of the episodes they don't like. You're not.
I would say it's
missing
worth it for the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I
Yeah.
would say for sure.
the new Star Wars stuff. I feel like only thing I've heard good things about is Andor.
Really? People liked
Andor
it. The
Was pretty
chick.
good.
Ahsoka.
Mandalorian, they like as well, right?
I don't think-
Ahsoka's fun. I was
Oh,
actually
man.
going to rewatch some Ahsoka.
What's up, Matt?
Ahsoka. Because she
What's
was
up, Matt?
also in Mandalorian. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
go back and watch like Clone Wars and Rebels.
hmm
Then the Ahsoka show means so much more when you watch that other stuff, and it makes more sense. Like
Yeah.
if you just jump to Ahsoka, there's things that you're going to be missing completely on like what they're even doing and who
she
are some of the
references
characters.
she references Anakin in Mando from time, like she's like I knew a Jedi who lost his way and stuff like that, but she never says his name, you know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you watch Clone Wars, you find out. Sorry,
Is it the
Buck. Go
3D
ahead.
or the 2D?
2D.
Because it was like the cartoon with Gandhi Tartakovsky style, the Clone Wars animated series. That's where like Asajj Ventress first showed up.
Yeah, and that also shows why Ahsoka left the Jedi, and that also explains, like, I guess the significance of her white lightsaber.
Yeah, I never got into the 3D Clone Wars. I just watched like the ones that are like in the Samurai Jack art style. But those are like super short, like 5 3-minute episodes. But they were really good. Had awesome animation.
Heck yeah, man.
Cash, are you looking to get it with the Disney Plus? I'm sorry, with the Hulu combo?
No, we get Hulu for free with our phone service. So
you already got. So
yeah.
Predator, Killer of Killers. Have you watched this yet?
No, I haven't heard any like info on it. Is this a cartoon or?
It's an animated movie.
It's an animated movie. Yeah.
It's
okay.
Did you watch it? I watched it last night too.
Yeah.
What's the animated movie?
I haven't seen it. I posted it, but I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, no, I thought it was excellent.
It's Predator, Killer of Killers.
Killer of Killers. So you thought it was good, Joe?
Yeah. I thought it was really, really well done.
All right, because I
didn't know what to expect going in, other than it was an animated movie.
Right, I saw the trailer for it. I posted a trailer for it, but I didn't have a chance to watch it yet. So I'll check it out.
Yeah, no, it's certainly worth watching. If you're a fan of Predator, I don't know how you don't love that.
Is it a movie or a show?
What do you think? It's a movie. It's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's about an hour and a half, I would say.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like it's parts of. It's a movie that has different. It's like an anthology, but then they all come together at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because each piece of the anthology will take place in a different time period.
Yep.
But then it all comes together to complete the story at the end.
Yep. They all converge at one point. I thought it was really well done, and there's a tiny little. Really credits, but it was the end little piece. You know, it was a really neat little touch, without giving too much away. You know, it's certainly a really cool thing right at the end.
What's the runtime of the film?
That's about an hour and a half.
About 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Yeah.
The Accountant 2 is on Prime. I was going to check that out. I haven't seen that yet either.
Oh, Ben Affleck, right?
Have you guys seen that?
It's worth watching. I really enjoyed
that. Was a lot of fun.
Okay, all right. I love Brent. So
this it's a tonal shift, I would say, from the first one though. So be prepared that it's more. There's definitely more laugh out loud funny moments with the way Bernthal and Affleck interact. It makes it makes the film really enjoyable. You know, those two together.
All right.
They almost had it because
the
last one they didn't spend a lot of time together. It was just like right at the last couple minutes they came together. So it's good to see that it's. I was concerned that it would be, too samey or for one of those sequels that didn't make sense other than they were just cash grabbing. So it's good that it sounds like it's worth watching.
Buck,
it's quite different.
No, go ahead, Brent.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because you remember in the first Accountant, he was kind of hired to do a job, and then it led into something else. Where it's not really like that this time. He's not necessarily hired to just figure out numbers for something.
Okay. No, the trailer looks entertaining. It looks good. I'll check it.
I think the premise with the second one is their dad is dead, right? Or did he die in the
he died years ago.
Their dad. I think he was dead in the first one, right?
J.K. Simmons is actually a police detective that's retired, but he's been doing like side work, and then he gets killed, and they kind of want to figure out like who did it and why.
I don't want to get too much.
Right. No, I think that's just the premise.
Bubbles here how you explain the whole story, so he ain't got to watch it.
No. I haven't watched it, but I feel like that was the premise of within the trailers, even, you know, because I haven't.
Yeah, I mean that's the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, because you know I haven't seen Account 2. I've watched The Accountant more than once, so it was a good, tight, like action movie. I feel like Ben Affleck is actually pretty good at playing a tough guy. On screen.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah, let's not talk about
Well, I felt he looked.
You walked into that one, Buck.
No, I think he looks old in this movie. You start to see it where he gets like, you know how sometimes like old men get like this weird under chin thing going on.
No.
Yep.
What?
Unfortunately, yep. You don't think it's giant beard for no reason, do you?
That's why we grow beard. You know,
Hold on, wait a minute. Go on.
That's what I'm talking about.
That happens to old man. They don't know about that.
All too real.
You shave
your
head bald so the gray doesn't come out. Come on, man. Stop giving away the trade secrets.
Oh my god.
Nah, but you can tell that Ben Affleck he's getting old, man. He's getting up there. He doesn't also look like super bulky.
Hey, I don't think that's the age, man. He's been dealing with J-Lo a couple times, man. That's not the age, man.
I forgot about that. Those Latinas will do that to you.
So, Buck, man. I had posted Angel Heart, man. Did you watch Angel Heart for me yet, or what?
With De Niro?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Dude, I haven't had time, man. I've been working my ass off like since the last show. Trust me. Like I was supposed to stream a Cash on Monday. I missed that. Like I was working the whole time. I've been super busy. All right. I'll check it out eventually, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. I have
a feeling you'll enjoy it.
And I actually had something for the directors that we were talking about last show. I can't find it now, and I'm sorry, but I'll make sure I have it for next week for sure. If I can find it before we get to that part of the show, I'll definitely bring it up.
Mitchell Lawrence, one of our Predator guys, is saying "Killer's a killer" or "Killers."
Oh, that's crazy.
Nothing special.
That's crazy.
But this dude is like a big ass Predator fan. I don't know. I'm not gonna completely disregard his opinion. I'm not saying it has to be right because he's a big Predator fan, but I'm interested to see why he thinks it wasn't special.
Well, I mean, we get to see Predator lore that we've never had.
Well, so Mitchell, what does Mitchell think about Prey? What do you think about the movie Prey?
I like Prey personally. That was really good.
Yeah, man.
Prey.
Let me ask Mitchell this question: where would he place Prey amongst the Predator films? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where would he place that?
There's a lot of terrible Predator films.
Hey. He said.
Hey, I'm gonna say the third best. It's the third best in my opinion.
What's in front of it?
Obviously, the first one with Arnold, of course,
mm-hmm.
and then the second one with Glover.
You like that better than Prey?
Joe's about to come for your ass, bro. Like,
Joe and I are on the same page. I guarantee.
No. Okay. I take it back. Actually, the one with what's his name? With the
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, that one was actually really good. Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, so I'd say
that's probably my third.
Brody, yeah, and then Prey, yeah.
Right, yeah, for me, it's the first one.
Yeah,
it's Prey.
Mr. Kiefer.
Then it's Predators. Then it's the second Predator, and everything else besides that is like, well, this one now to me is way up in the top tier.
Wow. Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What do you say to random? Because he's saying I haven't watched any Predator movie before. Watched a few Alien movies though. What would you recommend to him first?
Oh well, hold
first
on.
movie.
Oh, that was random Korean. I thought that was Mitchell.
If you're gonna start watching the Predator films, you got to watch the first one first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't go moving them around, man. In order that they came out.
yeah, I would agree with that.
So,
Well, I
some
don't
of the
know.
Aliens vs Predators
you could move. You could move. Okay. Whoa. Time out. I think we're discrediting one. With AVP was good.
I preferred Requiem.
Uh,
Although it was so dark you could
Requiem.
hardly see it. That Predator was badass. He was using humans.
Wait a minute. Okay. AVP was the one with the girl, right?
Yeah. I don't need my Predators teaming up with a human. I don't need that bullshit. I want my Predators
No, wait.
wrecking shit.
Requiem was the one with the high school, right?
Yeah.
You like that one over the one with
or was that?
Hey, Matt, be careful with those expressions you're making with your face. You don't got a beard. For that thing to open.
Yeah, I did like it better. If the scenery wasn't so dark, I think that movie would have been way more well received. It was hard to see a lot of shit, but that Predator was really, really badass. Like he was murking all those alien critters, and he was using humans as bait to get them to come out.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
so that was the one with what's the dude from that TV show? The black guy.
Well,
Danny Glover?
No, there was an NBC show that's like for you. I forgot the name of it.
Anthony
he's a really good actor. He was funny. I liked him because he was the FBI cop trying to get the.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was the FBI cop. No, so I like the one because it had.
Is he the voice of?
Oh, you talking about the one where they're jumping on top of the school buses?
No, that was garbage.
Sterling K. Brown.
That thing you can.
That was
that film right now.
The Predator.
The biggest piece of shit ever.
Yeah. Buck, what'd you say his name was?
I'm not sure. I said Sterling K. Brown. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Sterling K. Brown.
Voice for Angstrom Levy.
Yeah, Sterling K. Brown was that one. He was good in that one.
The one with Olivia Munn.
Yo, I
What's up,
thought
The
it
Dark
was really
Knight?
Cool.
Appreciate you. Never seen you before, man.
So
Appreciate you.
an AVP, which is kind of like was kind of like from one of the books, right?
Yeah.
Where except in the book, instead of being a black girl, she was an Asian. She was supposed to be Asian, and at the end of the movie, end of the book, she actually gets on the ship and she goes with them when they take off.
Oh, Salaya Nathan or something like that.
Whatever her name was, I don't know. I thought she did really good.
Yeah, that girl, Buck. That was
and
MVP.
I just thought that was good where it had Brenton after Brenton went off screen. What was the guy's name who started it all?
Wayland.
Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Right. I like to call him Bishop, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, Bishop. Right. I want to call him Bishop too.
Yeah.
But he played Wayland.
Was this the book?
That's why for saying the Asian girl was Machiko.
I think yes, but Brenton, yes. Dog, how do you have it, man?
Okay.
Dude, I read that back in what year did that come out? What year do you have it in? That's when I read it when it came out. 90.
He's a real collector, Matt.
Well, I bought this in the 90s.
Yeah.
So my pages are yellowed a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that's the book.
I'm trying to see
like
if
Rashid's
there's
walls.
This is 1994.
Yeah.
Not that okay.
94 this came out.
Yeah.
So
damn, Brenton, you
I love the
it's
premise.
been a while. So I probably had it since 94.
Yep.
I enjoyed the premise of AVP because they had the queen, captured, and they were forcing her to make, just so the young could go down and learn the ropes. Great idea. I don't know. I didn't love the whole team up with the human. I didn't love that it was PG or PG-13 or whatever the hell. But I need fucking R-rated shit for Aliens and for Predator. I
know exactly what you mean, Random. I wasn't born.
But I thought
I like Matt's reaction. How do you have that?
That's from a different time.
I've moved like 3-4. I've moved a lot, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I've had it
man.
since childhood, so I guess it's a book that I've always kept for some reason.
My man, Brent.
Yeah.
See?
That's it.
See that Buck?
That piece.
Buck, see what he was reading as a child? He wasn't reading Pokemon.
There you go. Looks
I
good,
was
man.
not reading Pokemon as a child. I was reading books like I can't remember the publisher, but
Oh,
they always forced us to
R.L.
read them.
Stein, man. R.L. Stein.
You know the thing.
Goosebumps?
Oh, the Goosebumps are
Goosebumps
really
is what
good.
I read when I was desperate. Like, you
What?
know, I was reading the ones I loved was like
Bro,
anime.
okay.
Your engine that could?
Wow.
Thomas.
Yeah, the kind of
Thomas-
books they give us
Thomas-
because like we always had to take books home on Fridays and we had to like read them
Well.
and then like and this was like when I was like 5. They would make us take books home and we had to read them and come back to school and tell them what it was about. And it was kind of books where it's like the tortoise and the hare, some these messed up like tales about morality, like where it's meant to teach you a moral lesson as a kid,
Yeah.
but it's so dark. It's like the cat loses its tail at the end and or something. Yeah, it was some messed up shit. But I liked Animorphs. Animorphs was one of the when I first like I started truly doing reading for myself. You know, what would they call
I
it?
remember that in name only. I don't remember anything about it. I do remember it just by its name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything else about it.
So,
could
hey,
turn it-
so
they could
Joe,
turn it
what
into
was that
anything.
meme you sent about death scenes or whatever it was?
Oh, it was like they grew up. What was the death scene that they had? It was something really silly. Oh, it was
Yeah.
Lion King, right? And
Right,
for me,
yeah.
it was Conan,
Lion
right?
King.
I learned about death by Conan. Yeah.
Hey Matt, we need some confirmation on this. Back in '94, women still had hair down there.
Not
Whoa.
much.
What the fuck?
That's according to Slifer.
What the fuck?
That was more 70s, 80s, my guy.
So yeah, that was more 78. That was more 70s, 80s. I think landing strips was the thing then, right?
Yeah,
right,
oh
Joe?
yeah, oh yeah.
I'm not even reading that shit, bro. I'm not even know what was going on. I'm like, yo, what?
There was a time
they were
where
starting-
landing strips,
to this
landing
pop
strips,
culture still.
landing strips were the thing.
They were starting to mow it clean around that time, and I got to be honest
Yeah.
with you. When I first started seeing that shit, it was very weird. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they trying to look like kids?
I appreciated it.
I didn't mind the landing strip, but when they went completely bare, I was like,
Oh
It took me a while to get around to that one.
The runway.
Yeah.
Fatal says,
Yeah.
"What's going on here?"
We don't know.
See her?
Fatal knows. He's just trying to be incognito about it. That's all. He's got to stay incognito. That's good. We understand, Fatal.
Fatal, don't
Oh,
search that.
man.
It probably already exists.
Oh boy. Jesus. Man.
That's what that is. Hey, pull up Fatal's profile again. That's why he's smiling. That's why he's smiling. See that?
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Oh man.
Don't let that youthful look fool you. He
You
knows
know what I
what's
mean?
up. He was around back in the
I don't
day.
know, random.
Oh,
They're not
man.
supposed to get around. They're supposed to follow the straight line to the goal.
Literally.
Yeah. To the promised land.
So
oh man, dude.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
I'm sorry.
all right, so
Oh, man.
I'm gonna send something to Cash. I know you
All
have
right,
some
yeah.
stuff in there.
Wait, what are you sending? I'm sorry.
No. That's good. It's good.
He's concerned
good,
with
that's
the landing
good.
strip conversation.
This is another
Yeah.
week without our boy, Mr.
Nah, it's all good. It's
Sensation.
all good.
Sensational.
Oh yeah, guys. Danny Lee is out at a birthday party. So
Again.
Danny will not be making it. Jesus.
Wait, he has a
That's
birthday
like
party.
a birthday every week.
Look, that's right. He has a birthday party that ends every day that ends with a Y.
Who
It's
was
either
it?
that
Somebody
or
posted something.
it's the annual dinner with his mom.
Somebody posted something on
that's Mr.
Facebook
Sensation.
today about that statue sales, like when you, I think it was Rashid. Like if you sell something, man, ship it out. And then somebody in there commented and said, man, everybody's grandma has health problems as soon as they sell a statue.
I know that was hilarious.
Really funny, man.
Man.
That's really funny.
Oh, okay. This is a good one. We'll start with this to start the show. This is a really good one.
Fatal says 69 God podcast. 69. No, I'm just playing.
Oh. Wow.
Best martial arts movie of all time.
I got to think about this one, and it's not going to be something like Matt is going to appreciate. I got to think about this one.
That's something popped in my head right away.
How do you know, man? I probably haven't seen it though.
Going against it.
I got one. I'll go last though.
Norm Rich, I need your comment, Norm Rich. Make sure everybody in the chat comments. Fatal comment, man.
Everybody in the chat, let us know, man. Let us know.
I want to know what Fatals is.
When you say martial arts movies, can it be one of those like Chinese films with a bunch of martial arts in it? Or is this specifically about like some kind of fighting tournament? I don't know what you mean quite so. Like how limiting are you making?
Yeah, I mean, I get his point because some movies are about like Mortal Kombat, it's like a martial arts tournament, right? But there's movies that have
I think he just means Asian people kicking.
No.
I could pull up a Jackie Chan flick, a Jet Li film, or like some like kung fu movie that I watched with my dad when I was younger.
I'll let you interpret this however you want to interpret it.
All right.
How about that? Well, it's just random talk about what you think is probably it, but it does have to have some form of martial arts in it.
I see that.
Okay.
Kung Fu Hustle is number one.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I was gonna say. Because that's why I mentioned like because it's a very comedic movie, but like martial arts in it is freaking dope. You guys know Kung Fu Hustle, right?
Yeah.
Excellent film.
No, do martial arts films even exist today as much, or is that just bled into this is just an action movie?
I would say John Wick. I would call John Wick gun kata. I'd call that martial arts.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly got some in there. It's got enough in there to jam it in, to like shoehorn it in.
Yeah,
If I had to name
Doesn't seem primarily to be.
I call it limping. Man, the dude just limps around the whole movie.
Have you guys?
So
I'm gonna
he's doing
digress for a second. I'm gonna digress for a second because I mentioned gun kata. Have you guys ever seen it's called car like gun kata, car kata or something like that. It's called car kata.
No, fighting with cars?
This is for real. Just like MMA, there's an actual tournament or there's actual competition where two dudes get in a car.
Oh, I've seen
and
it.
They fight inside of a car.
Or they use like the seatbelt, like to like
they use a seatbelt. They can use whatever. It doesn't matter.
The first person to get out of the car is the winner, right?
No, it's like they got to get the other person to tap.
Submit. Okay, I've seen it with the seatbelt. They might use the seatbelt to like.
Yeah, they can use anything in the car, and they can let their seat back. They can do whatever. Usually, what I saw is the guys try to get him in the back seat.
Yeah,
and whoever gets to the seatbelt first usually wins.
What the hell, man?
Like that. You know what? Funny enough, kind of like that. But I've seen it before, Matt. I have.
Right.
I thought you were saying.
If I can find a clip, I'll send it to you.
I thought they were talking about like you're gonna use a car versus car, like it's destruction derby.
This is an actual sport. It's an actual sport.
Metal.
For real. All right, we'll get back to the martial arts.
For me, the very first thing that popped in my head was Enter the Dragon, and
that's crazy. Fatal to the same thing. Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, no, that's the one.
Okay.
If I thought about something that had martial arts in it, but wasn't specifically martial arts, but still was a movie I loved, it's Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Those
Okay.
movies kind of died with Jackie Chan and like Jet Li, like them getting older. You don't see martial arts films anymore. And then like the old action men of Hollywood. We don't get
Enter the Dragon is an epic, man.
Well, I thought Tony Jaa was supposed to be like the next one to usher in
He was, yeah.
martial
Yeah.
arts, but
He seemed like he came and went with a whimper, though, right? Like it seemed like
he really did.
The true end of the era was when the final Ip Man got made, and that's it. That was the closing out. It's like the callback to that. That was Ip Man. Ip Man was like a love story to that, and then with Ip Man, I'm not seeing any movies like that getting made anymore.
Yeah, Ip Man was
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see a lot.
Well, the problem with that though is you gotta transcend. Well, I don't know. I think there are a lot of martial arts movies. I think you gotta make those movies to where back in that time, right? And I think today's audiences doesn't want to see some of the past time stuff. They want to see either present day fighting or they want to see future fighting.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I think there's an audience for it. I just think Hollywood doesn't want to fund that. Like,
I agree.
The kind of stuff, if it's not going to be on the big screen, it's going to be cheap trash for streaming platforms. That's it. That's how it is now. And so, like, you're just not going to see. There's a lot of movie genres that don't get any love these days anymore, man. They don't just get made. We don't even get comedies anymore. Comedy films, they're dead. Like, they don't happen anymore.
Paging
Westerns.
Doctor. Remember that line from that Hangover?
Oh, okay. Hangover.
She's like, yeah, go ahead, doctor. Aren't you going to go outside?
Because when you brought this topic up, I was just thinking, like, this is like every Jason Statham movie now.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess probably the only person still doing martial arts films.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I remember watching Crank as a kid.
Look at what the chat is saying Big Trouble in Little China. The Dark Knight said The Last Dragon.
Yeah.
I definitely do not think the Rocky series would be considered martial arts. I get what you're saying. It is a martial art, boxing.
You fall back down, you got to get up.
That's not what the term generally means.
Wow.
Someone said Shang-Chi and get the fuck out of here.
The Eternals.
There was a lot of martial arts fighting.
Oh, man. Yeah, but like, no, we're not going with the Marvel movie. Fearless, Jet Li was one of my favorite kung fu films. Patrick Thomas said he liked Ip Man. We're getting Happy Gilmore too soon. I guess that's to the comedy thing I said.
To piggyback off of that, that was my pick, was Fearless. I thought Fearless was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. That movie's amazing.
I thought our introduction to Jet Li was pretty good in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. That was
I think I'd watched him before that. 4. That's Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, well, I mean, because I saw like Once Upon a Time in China. Like he did 3 of those.
But you know what? That came out in 97 and Lethal Weapon came out in 94. So I could see where it's depending on when you saw whichever one first.
No, Lethal Weapon 4 came out in like 99, 2001, somewhere around there.
Jet Li's a great dude. He had some hits, man. He had some hits.
Yeah, he apparently was like a legit.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, definitely.
Like that guy, shit.
There was that debate, Jet Li or Jackie Chan, back in the day, man. Like
it's called Karjitsu.
They're very different. Yeah, I couldn't compare them.
Cash, if you look up Karjitsu, you can see what I'm talking about.
Jackie Chan was in Enter the Dragon. Little known fact.
Supposedly, and so is Chuck Norris, but
I don't remember him in Enter the Dragon. He was definitely in Return of the Dragon.
Damn.
You know what martial arts or movie had fighting that really stuck with me recently that I watched? That first Kingsman movie, I thought had some of the most impressive fights.
Fight choreography was
that was really
pretty
good.
Awesome, and the camera work too. Pretty awesome.
Camera work was like mind blowing, especially for being like the first one to do something similar.
So there's a Korean film which is probably one of my favorite films, called called Man from Nowhere. I said this before on one of the shows. It's got one of the best knife fight scenes in it that I've ever seen. And it's really, really good. I'd highly recommend it. It's a foreign film. It did win 7 international awards.
This just looks like a couple can really get up.
Well, these are girls. Put on some dudes, man. I've never seen the girls go out.
The way the guy that's reacting to it looks
Yeah.
like it looks disgusted by what he's seeing on the screen.
Yeah.
It's feeling like it's in the lowest point of humanity.
Yeah, so this is it. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, Matt, I've seen this before.
This is an actual sport. These guys do this, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen like they be using the seatbelt to choke each other out.
Yeah.
You know, there's an old saying from old boxing matches where if they two guys stood there and plugged it out, it's like they could have fought in a phone booth. So it's like they took that mentality.
All right, man.
Yeah, so he's trying to commentate.
So
that was it.
How do you decide what vehicle to use?
It's just
Sponsored by Honda.
Yeah, exactly. Patrick Thomas says, "What about Raid?" Yeah, Raid was good.
Raid, okay. All right. No.
The Dark Knight says,
Yeah,
Blade
Alan
1
Neo,
and
Matrix.
2.
Yep. Blade.
Yeah, Matrix was pretty good. Has Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah, I was like Fatal. I was gonna go Enter the Dragon just because it's part of my, it's a classic, old school, original.
Well, I mean, that opened the door, right? Like that, or
That
blew
whole
the
genre,
doors
yeah.
off.
Well, sort of. I mean, you always had like the other kung fu movies, like Five Tigers or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Three whatever it
Yeah,
was.
but
The tiger, the monkey fist, snake, whatever the styles were.
Kung Pao Fist.
The
Anyone seen
Oh
that
my
movie?
god.
Jarhead said Tango and Cash.
Oh man.
Did you ever see Iron Monkey though? I think Jet Li was in that as well.
I think I have. It's like a bunch of
have
ninjas
not.
and shit, right?
Yeah.
Iron Monkey. It's like a bunch of ninjas. He got the shaved monk head with the ponytail.
Yeah,
I think I watched it
believe
with
so.
my dad.
There was one of those old kung fu karate movies called The Guillotine.
Yeah, Iron Monkey. I watched it. I watched it with my dad when I was younger.
And what happened was these dudes had like these Norm Rich probably saw this. They would have these frisbees, and they had like this guy. See how he's got the chain on it? I think it's something similar to that, right? So
Yeah.
they had these frisbees, but inside the frisbee was some
Like a blade.
razor blades.
Yeah.
And they were skilled at throwing these things, and they'd go over the guy's head, and they'd yank the chain, and it'd literally take his head off.
Yeah, I forgot what they call those weapons.
It was really,
But yeah, I've seen those. It was pretty gory, man. They always do it in slow motion too. Oh man, those movies were fucking awesome, man. Because it was just like action and badassery. There was barely any dialogue. You see some random. You have like some random American dude appear as the foreigner on the evil guy's side. Like Batista would be cast in some of these movies, and he doesn't say anything. He's just like there, like looking swole as fuck and looking like a demon or something. Yeah.
Actually, Dave was in one of those movies. I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, that's
he had
what
all
I'm
the
saying.
tattoos on his back or something.
Yep. I can't remember the name.
And he turned into iron or something like that.
Yes. Was it Iron Monkey?
No.
What the hell, man?
No, Dave was in that movie. I forgot. It was a remake though.
I know what you're talking about because that's why I mentioned him.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just
what's
can't
the name
remember
of it? Well, Kill Bill. Kill Bill's a martial art movie.
Kill Bill, I guess so. My dad used to have a bunch of these like DVDs in the drawer, and like he's got a shit ton of these kung fu movies.
Now I gotta look that up. I forgot the name of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta look up his profile.
Any John Woo film. The Killer and
Hard Boiled
with Chow Fat. Fuck, and they made a game based on that.
Really?
And that was also awesome. Got bullet time. Like it was super fun.
Oh, I think I remember.
I think it was called
playing
Stranglehold.
Yes,
Strangle.
yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like
That was a
Xbox
great game.
360 days. Yeah.
I played it on PS3, but yeah, it was around those times. Yeah.
I agree with this. I thought the fight scenes in this show was really good. Really good. So yeah.
Maybe he's talking about the movie.
Buck, Man with the Iron Fist.
Man with the
Yeah,
Iron
nice,
Fist. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what it was.
That
But
was
they
with,
used to do that,
Bruce
man.
Lee, right?
And a lot of those movies, they bring like some Westerner or something, and they just have him be like the mysterious for it. And he was always evil, always on the bad guys team.
Yep.
It was with Russell Crowe and Lucy Liu.
Mm.
You know what? I still love Bloodsport though. Like I'm a sucker for that movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a old one.
A Better Tomorrow
Kid.
1 and 2. Mm.
those were great too.
Better Tomorrow 1 and 2. I've never heard of that one.
It has Chow Yun Fat as like a gangster.
Ninja
Dude,
Assassin.
Chow Yun Fat was nice, man.
What did Fatal say? The 36th what?
Chambers.
36 Chamber of Shaolin.
1978. I probably saw it. I just gotta remember what it was.
think
It
I have-
probably had Bolo in it.
Sorry
Bolo
about
Yang.
No, you're good. You're good. I think I have Ninja Assassin. I think I have that Blu-ray.
Ninja Assassin's really good.
Ninja Assassin is one of the modern ones. That was good too. I liked it.
Yeah,
They're,
Ninja-
they're actually doing ninjutsu in the film.
I didn't like American Ninja. That line was
How
dumb.
dare you, Matt?
Huh?
Oh yeah.
How dare
You like that one?
When
Not
I was a
great.
kid, man, that was one of the few like ninja films out there.
What was oh man, what's his name? Robert. What's his name? The brother of what's her?
Robert Townsend.
No, come on, Joe, help me out here.
No,
This is legit.
You're not giving hints, Matt. You're
I
just
know who
like,
you're trying to think
whoa,
about. It's
Robert. Robert.
Come
I
on,
thought it was Julia
Rick, you know,
Roberts' brother, Eric
Julia,
Roberts.
yeah, something Roberts. Julia Roberts'
It was
brother,
Eric Roberts.
Eric.
Eric Roberts. Remember, he was in a lot of those, right?
Well, he
Yeah,
was
man.
on
Yeah. Okay,
He's a
kickboxer.
B-list.
Best of the Best.
Yeah,
Right,
there
that's
you go.
what it was.
Best of the best. Yeah. Somebody said that in the chat. Yeah, Fatal. 5 deadly Venom. Thank you, Fatal. 5 deadly Venoms. That's what it was. Thank you,
Oh,
Fatal.
yeah. I remember
That was a classic. No man, Fatal knows. Yes, sir. That was good.
How could I forget Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat?
because they sucked. That's how you.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Remember Mortal
Come on,
Kombat
man.
Annihilation?
Mortal Kombat was good.
Yeah, movies, not video games.
The first Mortal Kombat was decent.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was atrocious.
Well, that's because they were based off of video games, though.
And Street Fighter, let's not even talk about that nonsense.
I really like that Lone Wolf and Club manga. That
Yeah.
was really good to read.
The Way of the
Was-
Dragon. Fatal. Did that have Jim Kelly in it? Was that? I think that had Jim Kelly in
The
it.
way of the dragon, didn't that they like show Bruce Lee in a mirror and they just took like a piece of paper with his face cut out and they put it on the film cell
I don't know.
because
I
he
don't
was
remember
dead for that movie?
I
Yeah,
remember-
because
Wait,
you remember he
Way of the
died.
Dragon was called something else, right? They had two names.
that. Kareem was in. Kareem
No,
was in
wasn't
Enter the
Jim
Dragon, right? Kareem was in Enter the Dragon?
No, Kareem was in Game of Death.
Kareem was Game of Death.
Yeah, Enter the Dragon.
Who
the one
was
that
it?
took
Who
place
was
on
it?
the
Who was
island.
in? Wait a minute. Enter the Dragon.
It was the one where his sister got like raped and murdered.
Was
And
Jim
then he
Kelly in
decided-
Enter the Dragon? Which one was Jim Kelly in?
Yeah. That was the dad from
Friday
Nightmare on
the
Elm Street,
13th
right?
or Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah,
That was the one. Enter the Dragon. Where they're all on that island and there's a tournament.
I remember Chuck. Okay, Chuck Norris. Oh, Chuck Norris. Okay.
You
I'm
guys
trying
watch
to
Diddy's
think. I'm trying to
story?
think of what movie Jim Kelly and Bruce Lee were in. They were in together.
It was
Enter the Dragon.
Oh, I guess it was Enter the Dragon, right?
Definitely was, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
You
chose
guys
not to
watch
fight him. He said,
Police
no, I'm
Story?
good.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There you go, Buck. 1990.
Come on, bro. I was not born when that came out.
Oh,
Oh, I love that movie.
Man.
Jumping out this now, it's getting ridiculous.
I was born in like Turtles Prime. I mean, I had like the cassette with the Turtles band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, random.
Okay, yeah. Wolf Fangs. Fist out.
Wolf Fang Fist. That's it. Yamcha.
Yeah, I don't. Not feeling that one. Anyway, all right. Well, that was just a little kickstart. That was a kickstart for the show.
All right. I don't know what we had planned next. Our host has departed. So
He's still looking for Ninja Assassin.
I saw a couple of. I didn't know if they got mentioned because I stepped away for a minute. I think Jar had mentioned the one. It was a good movie.
Yeah, that was with Jet Li, right?
Yeah.
That was good. I just thought so. My first time seeing Jet Li was Lethal Weapon. That was my introduction to Jet Li.
I think it was mine.
No, I had gone down a weird path way before then because I think.
No, I couldn't see that happening.
Well, it was like that was an interesting time though, like the mid to late 90s, I think, because I think you were getting a lot of like VHS tapes were getting super cheap in that time frame because DVD was taking over. Right. So you try and catch up on all these like obscure movies on VHS.
So you stopped at the kiosk in the mall?
No, I
guy that had all the bootleg DVDs from everywhere.
I used to buy like bootleg wrestling ones of like the Japanese death matches that had Cactus Jack and Terry Funk in them. So
yeah, I don't know.
Is there anything any of you want to talk about, or like you see something that happened collecting wise? Do you want to broach? You know what? While we're waiting for Cash to get back, let's talk about the new Venom from Sideshow.
Mm-hmm.
It's available on their website.
I was going to say that, but then I thought maybe he had that set up for later. So.
Yeah.
You see, it's going to have a right arm switch out.
Is it really?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's going to have a right arm and a head swap out.
Yeah, it's in the text that's talking about the statue from Sideshow's announcement.
What's it supposed to do? Just be curled up or something, or?
I don't know. It's a secret.
Is it on the RSVP page? Is there an RSVP page for it?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's good.
Okay, sweet. So we're gonna do a progression. I
feel like they announced that really fast though. Like they teased the transformation portrait, and then the next day they're like, "New Venom, here it is. Look at this."
I don't know. I mean, how long are you gonna have? They wait about a week.
It seemed like I saw that
they've changed their teaser structure recently. You know, they did do it really fast these days in terms of they don't stretch things out in terms of announcing new stuff. If they tease it, you see the full reveal pretty soon after. Like the same thing happened with Moon Knight, right? We saw like a part of it and then the full thing really soon. What are you guys thinking so far about this Venom? He has massive traps. His traps are bigger than his delts.
Well, that happens on a lot of Venoms, though, to be honest with you. But you know, Buck,
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you saying?
Because
Matt?
I didn't. Now that you point out, I see it now more prevalent
with the traps.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
and I do see that with a lot of artists do that with Venoms, though. For some reason, it's not really my taste.
I don't mind massive traps. I think it's weird that they're bigger than his delts. Like you know, it's like imagine if your shoulders this is all over your shoulder, and then you got like
Buck, I get it. I'm with you. And like I said, I just didn't. I was more looking at the pose in general.
It makes him look like he has a massive back, but it doesn't have broad shoulders. Like, it doesn't look terrible, but that's what it's looking like to me. And I don't want to dwell on the traps. It's just like, oh, he has massive traps. Beyond that, what are your thoughts, guys?
I love it.
We'll go down. We'll go down in order.
Yeah,
Joe,
I think it's a really, really killer looking piece. I like what they've shown of the transformation portrait. I have nothing to me, it's a perfect compliment to the symbiote Spider-Man. You know, just the way it's designed. Strange how quickly they came out with another one, but you know, they do that every once in a while. Like they put out a couple Catwoman in the same 5 minutes, or they put out a couple Poison Ivies. Well, you know, it's strange how they do that.
And like from the way it looks, I think it looks good, even color wise. I like that interference color that's under like it's like this like a glossy layer, like a clear coat on top, and it's almost like it has a color shifting blue, like used as highlights on top of a black.
Yeah,
and it just has a nice effect as far as the symbiote goes, right? So I like that look. I like the paint choices. For me, it's just like overall, how is this gonna look to me? I think it needs to have mass. It needs to be big. Like it needs to be broad. It needs to take up space. And generally, for me, I like to see that oversized, massive V shape to the torso for Venom. And because this is so compact, I'm not quite getting it here. But maybe if we see it from other angles, if we can see the back and see how broad his back is, I might get that from this. But so far, I'm not. I would say I am not excited, but I also don't think this looks bad. I'm just curious to see the full reveal. Yeah. Well, what about you, Brenton?
So I think I love this one because it reminds me of the best Venom I think that was ever done in Bowen. Like I love the hunched over Bowen that came out years ago, and this is definitely channeling that a lot. So I think this is a great win for Venom fans. Of if you want a quarter scale Venom that captures the character really well, it's this one.
Matt? You're muted.
All right, yeah, sorry about that. I was muted. Well, I agree with all three of you guys, really. Joe, you hit the nail on the head about, there's nothing to complain about. I think the piece looks fantastic. I like the color of it. I like the pose of it. I like everything of it. And I said before, I even said on the Facebook group, I agree with Britton about the Bowen piece, which is my favorite Venom as well. Actually, let me show you so you can see it right there.
Yeah.
So there's the Bowen piece. This is the bronze one. I've got both of them, but
I think this is
the similarities of the two.
Yeah, this has better proportions than the one we're seeing. Like you can see, like, yeah, he has big traps on the Bowen, but it's not like it's eating his fucking head.
Right. Right. I mean, you're absolutely right, Brenton. The proportions are there of what it should look like.
That was Buck.
Buck, I'm sorry. Sorry, Buck. I mean, sorry, Brenton. Buck, whatever. But
sorry, everybody.
These brothers. So, but I would do. I like the tongue, but I would prefer to have, instead of a transformation portrait switch out, I would prefer just to have regular teeth, or have his teeth his mouth open with his teeth showing, or his mouth closed with showing teeth. The transformation piece is, I guess, cool with the Eddie Brock, but it's it's not something that I would, given the choice, I don't think I would display that portrait.
That's not a terrible thought there, Matt, but I think Venom is one of those people, or one of those creatures, that if there wasn't a transformation portrait, people would be moaning about it. I just feel like that it's almost expected with Venom. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they might have caught some heat.
Yeah, but
off that
I
last
would
one
think
for not
people.
having a secondary portrait.
But see, I would think I don't know. I think there's more fanship for the transformation over Spider-Man than there is over Eddie Brock. Like, I think people would like to see the transformation piece over Spider-Man, not necessarily Eddie Brock. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
From a fan perspective, I don't know.
I disagree. But
oh, you disagree? Okay.
If they gave you just a teeth portrait, without the tongue out, that would be fine for me as well. But I think for some reason I feel people just expect
the
transformation portrait with Venom.
Yeah, Mac.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, Mac. Because I was gonna say that when you think of like Venom in the comics, like he usually exposes Eddie Brock's head when he is
about to take
teasing or confronting Spider-Man. Like he wants Spider-Man to know it's him for some reason. Like he's not always just hiding his identity.
No, I get it.
But I'm a sucker for that too. I love the alien transformation look. So
I mean, each his own, I guess. That's no big deal.
What do you guys, in terms of the placement of this statue, amongst the other Venoms done by Sideshow? Wait, from what you see so far, where do you place this? Like in the hierarchy of which is best? Because they got this one, they got the last one they came with by Martin Canale. I know they had one where it was a dio between Spidey and Venom, a versus 1/5 scale.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
On that one, I actually quite like the Venom.
Yeah.
But then they also have the one that people call the avocado Venom that came out with their like villain line for Spidey. So he's on a Argonaut helmet or something of a statue. And he's like almost like a monkey pose. But yeah, so between all those, which ones, where do you place this? Is this like the top one for you? Does this like feel like Sideshow's finally getting the character in a way you like? That's even assuming you didn't like the previous entries. So. Yeah,
I like this one the best. Matter of fact, I like this over pretty much all Venoms I've seen. There's a custom Venom where it's very similar to this, and the bone where he's holding Spider-Man down.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good, except I didn't like the sculpt of Spider-Man on that piece. He looked a little. I thought they could have done a better job with the Spider-Man on that piece. It just looked a little too action figure-y. But outside of that, I think this is probably the best Venom. Period. I mean, we got to wait for XM's transformation piece come out. I think that's a really cool piece. If it comes out, but I put this at the top as far as for me. Again, like I said, though, it's very reminiscent of the Bowen, so that's where I got it.
I see. The rest of the panel.
Well, I agree with Matt. This is the best Venom I think Sideshow has ever done. And I think it's going to be probably one of the best in quarter scale. I always thought that the first XM Venom was the best quarter. And I think I may like this one better than that one.
Oh, wow. That's pretty high praise, especially in my head. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page with these guys. I really like that last one. The only thing that stopped me from getting it was I really disliked the underbite.
Mm-hmm.
The front of his face looked like it was so pushed in.
He had a distended jaw.
Yeah, it just. I mean, I loved everything else about that piece, and that pushed in face was the only thing that made me just not get it. But this one here, I see no flaws with this one, and I love the fact that his skin isn't that avocado look.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this one to me is probably the best one I've seen.
I think as far as Sideshow goes, probably the most like normal looking Venom Like I feel like with every other Venom they've done, they've been trying to do something special with it that's out of the box, and it doesn't quite land with people. And I think that this is them finally saying, "Yeah, here you go. Here's your vanilla Venom," and people are responding very well to it. Like people are actually going, "Oh wow, you guys can make a good Venom," and so I think this has been received very well so far from what they've shown. I don't believe there's anything they could show that would make people not like this, save for price. Cash is back, and so Cash, what do you think about this before we even get into price?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, when you look at just the going back to the 2D art with Richard here, I think it looks kind of says to what you're hoping for, more big, more beefy. Obviously the 3D doesn't look the exact same as the 2D from Richard to what, Emilio, is that his name?
Emiliano Calderon.
Yeah, like I think it's I think this is definitely going to be the top Venom though. Like I really do. There's something about the last one to where like I didn't like the fact that he had the Spider-Man mask, but you couldn't really see it. And then obviously the paint, like it was nice on the base, but then a thing with Venom that I also don't really care for is like they never really sculpted Venom's feet. It's almost like, it's a symbiote tendril, let's not worry about his feet. But it's like, if I'm paying you, as we go into price of this, if I'm paying you X amount of dollars, can I get those sculpted feet as well? Because I'm paying for it. Like I'm not paying for flat like Play-Doh or something. And that's something that's always bothered me.
Yeah, like Lloyd, he looks like he has socks on.
I mean,
they don't do it.
Like
most Venoms don't do the sock feet. They do like the talons and claws, like the creature feet.
Yeah,
most of them do that. I think some people want the sock feet.
I like everything I see in the 2D, and then as they tease this one, first before the picture that you had up, this right here was enough for me to say, holy shit. This was enough for me to have a transformation portrait, which people really like nowadays, especially like that Ghost Rider and the XM Venom Arise and just other characters. Like people love those transformation portraits. So I think this right here is a big hit. My price on this, I think you're gonna get a big character. You got to think about the new sideshow pricing. I'm gonna say 950. I don't think it's gonna be that much, but I'm 950, something like that.
What if it's 1050?
I think they're gonna push the button. I think they're trying to see how many people like it right now. Let me ask you guys this question. Cash, I sent you a picture of. There's one of my favorite Venom, or not favorite. One of my Venom covers that I really like was by Gabriel Dell'Otto.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was supposed to be a statue. It was a custom piece. It might be trying to get made, but I don't think it ever came through. It's a couple of years old. I remember seeing it, but I don't think anybody picked it up as a custom piece. It was one of the ones I was going to try to get. But do you guys like the tendrils coming off of Venom or not? Or like, how they have the tendrils all over the place and this kind of thing? Me personally, I like the clean look.
Yeah. I like the clean look as well.
If the symbiote is like distressed, yes, it depends on what's happening when that is happening. But if he's just like making tendrils come off his body, it all depends on what's happening. If the symbiote is like wrapping around whoever it is, that's the host. Yeah, so like context matters. But I also think that can make like a symbiote like character look more visually interesting, depending. It's like a Dell'Otto painting.
I just said it was Gabriel Delano. Just said
Oh my god, I was my bad.
Nah, it's cool, man. But yeah, I like a Venom kind of like this. The tendrils is like I just don't need it. I mean, if it's there, all right, whatever. But it's definitely never a must for me. I think you need to have a transformation portrait, which they have. I think you need to have a long tongue, which they have. You need to show some teeth, which they do. The feet are looking great as well. And it's like I'm not even trying to like joke, like, oh, I'm not even trying to joke about feet, but like seriously, like I just don't like the fact that like it's damn near like his freaking ankle goes into whatever the hell the base is, and I'm just like just finish that, man. Just finish it. Please no seam lines. It's 2025, man. Hey, Sideshow, y'all know I love you. It's 2025. If I got to pay 2025 prices, I want some 2025 non-seam lines. Like that's all a brother's saying. That's all.
I'm curious about is if they're gonna do an arm switch out, like there's gonna be a seam, so that arm switch out needs to be worth it. Like
just give me a portrait. I don't even need an arm.
It needs to be worth it. It can't just be like him putting his hand on the base for the other arm, because that would be like, why even
is that confirmed?
I don't know what it is. I'm just saying it needs to be worth it. It needs to be worth the seam.
No, I'm saying, are you saying there is a arm switch out?
Yes, there is an arm switch out. I heard there was an arm switch out from, I think officially in the blurb, in the little like description of the statue they put out.
Okay.
So looking at this picture, and I'm not sure how the statue is going to look, and I'm just now seeing this close up for the first time. I don't like for the wet chocolate fondue look dripping off of him.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's kind of, you know what I'm talking about?
I know he has a gloss over him.
Yeah.
I think you should wait until you see more pictures to see how glossy it is.
No, I agree. I'm just like I said, this is my first time. I just see it here now on his right arm.
In the past, I've heard that you had Anthony mess this in the chat when we were talking about the midnight. I didn't believe him. I think he was wrong, but he said like the pictures that we get and they'll not edit. I don't think they'll ever put a picture that's not edited forward. So for all you know, they might have punched up the highlights on this. This is not exactly how it would have looked in person. So this level of glossiness might just be the marketing person doing some edits, like whoever is editing their photos before they go through to this stage.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll wait for more pics.
You gotta have that transformation portrait. You just have to. The arm, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm okay with it. Whatever. We don't have a choice, I guess. But
Cypher says, "What do you mean the new sideshow pricing? Sideshow prices have jumped up sharply this year from last year, and they've been climbing very high, very fast for the last 2 to 3 years."
Well, to Buck's point, though, if you look at that left knee, that's not shiny necessarily.
Yeah. I do like the base, but does the base remind you too much of like the symbiote Spider-Man they did? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is this the same statue but just with Venom opposed to Spider-Man? Like,
I was kind of saying I don't to an extent I don't like the fact that they mirror each other so much. I'd like some more contrast. However, like again, I'm just gonna wait till I see this in full before I start making any comments towards that, because they could still work very well together. For instance, if you put the symbiote Spidey behind him, maybe it's a bit elevated. So I think they have potential, but also we'll see.
What's the prices you guys are saying?
Yeah, what's the price? And then next question, what's the ES? The more important one.
I think it's going to be hovering somewhere around 750. Price is going to be if there's like only an EX. Sorry, if there's only one version, no EX or collectors. I think the price is going to be between $880 to $980.
If they're doing a portrait, a transformation portrait, which we saw, I definitely wouldn't mind a little bit of green stuff on the tongue, a little bit of green stuff.
Hey, man,
Never been a fan of the slime or the acid.
Joe, what do you think? ES, and price.
ES is who can even tell anymore, man? The S's have been all over the place, and obviously that's due to level of interest. I would say this ES will be, between like 500 and 700, and I think the statue if it has an arm switch out and a portrait switch out, it's going to be 900, 930, somewhere around there. I'd like it to be 850 personally, but I don't think that's
ain't getting that.
Wow.
I feel like I'm gonna agree with you guys on the ES, anywhere between like 500 and 800. Price wise, though, I want to say this is probably gonna shock people and be, like the 1050 price range.
I don't think that would be very shocking. If you've seen
because
pieces recently, I'm
just thinking about if you think about like when they were doing Juggernaut and that Gladiator Hulk, and those were like $1,400 pieces a few years ago, and he's a character that's nudging towards that size.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to think.
The last Venom was $655. And that came out after those two pieces you're mentioning. And he was fucking massive. I had it. It was massive. It was just as big or even bigger than the X emoji.
Shout out Random Korean.
The last one. And it was $655.
Yeah. I think that's why I think the price is going to be much higher. Like, they're going to take a big jump with this character.
There's
with the
no
lower
way this is
ES.
less than 800.
I think the ES is what's going to determine how affordable they can make this. If it has a higher ES, it's going to be a cheaper piece than we're expecting. If it has the lower ES, they're going to butt fuck us like they did with the Weapon X. That weapon.
Oh yeah, how much was it? That's a damn good comparison. How much was that piece?
$10.25.
Yeah, there you go.
We're
For the collector's edition,
treated like new meat in prison with this one.
oh man.
Well, I think for one that he was probably a closet homosexual who did a lot of cocaine.
The Sideshow website is so buggy. Like, you can't, when you click on collector's edition exclusive, it doesn't change.
It don't.
It's just
it won't.
annoying. Yeah.
It won't. Yeah.
That one picture.
I think this is a good piece. We obviously need to see more. We need to see the full review. But overall, from what we can see here, it's not bad. I'm pretty excited, man. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, great looking piece.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. I kind of agree. I think it's gonna have a low ES, and it's gonna be a high price. I mean, I think same thing about 1050 with a ES of less than 500. Probably.
Yeah.
Which is smart. I think that's what Sideshow should do. I think they had enough of saturating the market with these high ES stuff that they think they kind of, I don't say learn a lesson, but I think they're kind of like changing the way that they're approaching things. What's up, Dwayne? So I think that's and I agree. The popularity of the character drives the price as well. So it's a smart move on their part, making it kind of Bowen-esque, because that's everybody loves that piece, right? At least I think. I think it's a good idea. I mean, Bowen put out a lot of great statues. I think if they do another Silver Surfer, make the Bowen Silver Surfer in quarter scale, that'll sell. So
yeah, I mean, I hear you on that one. So
what's up, everyday collector John?
What's up, John?
You got some movies to watch, buddy. I'll keep hounding you every time.
Needs to watch those
one in particular.
Angel Heart.
Oh God. Oh man, that's funny.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it for next week, Matt.
Yeah, and let me know what you think.
Oh, before we get to this, just to get everybody's thoughts, because that was this is what I had put here. I had put a topic one: XM Studios inserts multiple questions. So is okay. So obviously XM had their interview, right? So my question to everybody out there is like, is there a statue that like so XM had this interview with Rat Titan, right? Everyone knows that by now.
Mhm.
Obviously we could see like Jane Foster in the back there, or what's that, War Tank or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Is there an XM piece that you guys are actually looking forward to coming out, or you know what I mean, that you guys were waiting for, you know, before the silence?
I wasn't gonna get them. Well, I was actually I was gonna get them, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Samurai Croc, Killer Croc,
Okay.
and Spider-Man Transformation.
Yeah, that piece is awesome.
Yeah, Spider-Man Transformation for me and Witchblade. Those are the two I was looking forward to. I only have one
Wow.
pre-ordered.
Okay.
I wasn't going to get either, but that Spider-Man transformation and also the Venomized Hulk that they showed, I thought that thing looked great.
Yeah, the Venomized Hawk did look pretty good, but I think I don't know, man. I think Venomized stuff is just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, they went kind of crazy. Like the last, I think it was like maybe a year or two ago. More than a year. Like my time is feeling compressed. But like in the comics, it was within the last 3 years, I'll say. They were doing like a Venomized thing with the Marvel Universe. And yeah, they were really leaning into that. And I think that's where a lot of the Venomization we saw in statues was coming from, mostly in customs. And then XM jumped on that.
That custom Venomized Batman with his cape was pretty cool, where it showed the portrait.
No, stop
It
it,
was,
man.
it was a neat premise for sure.
That was cool, man.
Nah, I thought it was neat too, but
I thought it was
wouldn't
neat.
have purchased it, but I thought it was really cool looking.
I was thinking about getting it. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
Cash, are you interested in a Venomized Eddie Brock?
No. What?
That's way too mundane. It's not as revolutionary as a
She said no. I'm like, oh man, here we go.
You got more. You drier than gin, buddy.
Oh man. So just to share these real quick.
Joe, what's the comedian's name? Oh man.
Joe,
Which one? I like to tease my plants. I water them with ice cubes.
Wow. Wow.
I don't recall that.
Oh man, come on, man. He's like the driest comedian ever. Oh man, I don't know. Norm Rich probably knows. Norm's still out there. I'll find it.
Wild hairdo.
Yeah. The long hair.
Really monotone.
Yes.
Oh, that's Stephen Wright.
Yes.
Yes.
He was the guy on the couch in
yes.
in that fucking movie with Chappelle where they're trying to sell the weed.
Brett, you know who he is, right? Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Not how high.
This Magneto is going to fail. He has no glutes.
This was one of the first pieces I saw from them where I thought they
humbug.
Oh man,
Jesus!
This was one of the first pieces I saw them put up that I was like, huh, I think they kind of have lost their touch.
This one, I feel like before this we saw other ones like that Jean Grey. I agree.
The Jean Grey wasn't that bad.
Come on, bro. No.
Nick says he's got a flat ass.
Ted, you're right. It wasn't that bad. But that was like a step down for XM. They usually were knocking shit out of the park.
Oh, was the Jean Grey the
I
boob
think for
gate
one that he
that
was
happened?
probably a closet
I
homosexual
vaguely
who
remember
did
that.
a lot of cocaine.
My Magneto has to have a juicy booty.
And that Sinister that they put up looked like trash, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is just some of their production updates. I actually thought this Magneto was gonna be pretty cool, but this was before Sideshow put out theirs, man. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't even know how I feel about the X-Men stuff, because on one hand it's like I'm happy to see that they're I guess coming back, if that's what you want to call it or whatever, but I almost feel like the pieces are just there's a couple, right? Like we talked about like the Venomized Hawk, we talked about the Four Horsemen stuff, we talked about the Iron Man, Symbiote Spider-Man. Those few, along with maybe a couple others, I feel like are still okay to like today's standard. But pieces like this Magneto, pieces like that Loki, I think you just you throw them away and cut your losses. And if any refunds to be given, you give a refunds, because I feel like these pieces here, they're not it. Maybe in person is different. I don't know. I'm not flying to Singapore just to take like a preview, but I don't think they're good pieces. I think they need to go back to the drawing board and just retool them, or just cut your losses, man, because they're not good.
Nightcrawler as well. Wasn't great in my opinion.
Man, it's too late for Nightcrawler. It's already in people's hands, man. Shout out X-Men exclusives.
No, I'm saying D3 there mentioned Magneto, Sinister, and Nightcrawler, and I think he's nailed it right on the head, along with that gene that Buck brought up.
Random. I don't think I can wait that long. Prime 1 is not going to see the Marvel license in my lifetime.
And even if they do, it's another 4 years. So,
and it'll be third scale as well.
I firmly believe that Sideshow is paying someone to make sure that Prime 1 does not get the Marvel. They don't want the smoke. I firmly believe. Obviously, that's all speculation. But
I think these are cool, but I think they should do more of them. Like Spider-Man should have one by now. That's how you come back, man. You make a Spider-Man and all his villains. You make Flash and his villains. Like that's how you come back, and you put out some really cool. Or you put out an Avengers one with Captain America as the main guy, and you got the Avengers running on one side and the villains on the other side, or something. Like I don't know.
They need to.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
That's what I was going to say. They need to appease the people that have been waiting forever that heard nothing. So those people that had pieces out there that they want, they got to make sure they take care of that. But other than that, they just have to be consistent and put stuff out. They can't appease nobody. Announce shit and then bring out nothing and say nothing, because that's just going to turn people away.
For these like the Batman Sanity style pieces, I don't like them. I don't like the idea of them. But when you mentioned Cap, there's actually there's an Alex Ross painting where like a bunch of dudes are trying to hold him back, and he's like jumping, and it looks really good. I think that would be a statue that works with a bunch of people on one piece with a central character. But overall, I'm not into cramming as many characters into one statue thing.
I don't want any statue that's patterned after Alex Ross. I'm putting it out there for the masses. Do with that information as you will.
Damn, it's like throw LBS in the gutter, right?
I agree.
Who's one? Shout out JC.
About the Spider-Man villains, I think some of the best statues are Spider-Man villains.
That's all I'm saying.
I think their Spider-Man line and also their Transformers line were just crazy good.
I'm not a big Transformer guy, so I kind of
whether I am or not, the pieces themselves were amazing.
Okay, so like I do agree that the Iron Man suit up looked really good. My only thing with this piece is like, or not even this piece, just like the character in general is like. And I know they have their classic one before, but that's a while back. I'm not saying it doesn't hold up or nothing, but like I just want some company to give us a classic Iron Man. I just feel like I keep asking for it. And
how classic? Because I'm sure Brent will pull out a comic book that you won't want to see a statue in.
Anything with the Queen Stark portrait, man.
No, okay. The original Iron Man suit. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Because this is a comic suit, right? This is not based on the movie or anything. This has there's no movie influence.
It's clearly comic, but it's like it's not classic. It's too new.
This is like Eddie Granoff.
Well, be careful how far classic are you talking, bro? I mean,
I'm talking Stan Lee classic. I don't know how much classic I can get.
Oh, so you want dumb looking Iron Man?
Man, look, I want no detail is what I want. I want detail in my no detail.
Show a picture of a classic dumb looking Iron Man.
I think a good example of a classic Iron Man. There's one that Sideshow did a while back where I think it had the American flag.
Shout out Keesus, man.
And then there's also the previous one that XM did, right? Where he's holding the Ultron head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keesus, stop playing. Hurry up, stop playing Jungle G.I. Joe. Shout out, Keesus.
Oh man. Now this piece here, this could be a saving grace. This needs to be the first piece they come out with. They didn't. This needs to be the first piece they come out with. 'Cause I think if you guys could put this banger out, get the engineering right, say F them tariffs and don't worry about it. Don't charge the distributor or the people tariffs. Just take another loss. You already took a bunch of losses anyway. Do it again and get this piece out here. And I think this piece could save everything. It's just like Buck said. You give a collector a statue.
Yeah, but the problem with that though, it could also be the opposite if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like if they send it out and it's a fail.
It's got problems.
Man,
it can go either way, Cash. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Won't work. It breaks. It's this. It's that.
Nope, it won't happen. Remember, Sang said QC. No QC issue. No QC issue.
He said no QC issues. However, he did say that engineering issues.
Alex.
He said like engineering issues are a different thing from QC issues. So if your statue managed to lean and break, that's not a QC problem.
Come on,
So that's what he said. That's how he views things. So it's still possible that this gonna fall over and break and shit, but like that's not a QC issue. Remember, 12 years.
That's a container. That's a container issue. Never a QC issue.
Oh man, dude is fucking deflecting like his life defense. Whatever. This statue looks good.
If this thing comes out with no issues, it's a great step in the right direction. That's all it is.
Yeah.
This isn't fixing shit. It's going to get people going, oh, okay, at least it delivered on that one. And then the next 2 or 3 down the line have to be the same.
Mm-hmm. If I got this, I'll make like a tiny tweak to his eyes, and it'll be perfect for me.
I love this piece.
Okay, real quick
it's
here.
Another one that gives you a story by looking at it, just kind of tells your whole big story.
Okay, so I do want my Iron Man with this suit. What you got there, Matt?
That's Iron Man you want?
Yep, I want Iron Man just like that with that suit.
Let me send it to you. That way you can put it up.
Oh man, dude, I'm putting up too much stuff, man. You ain't gotta worry about it, Matt. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. I appreciate it, Brenton. Yeah. I feel actually show, yeah. It's like
God damn, scoliosis Iron
Man. Hold on, man. Like this thing is like messing up.
He's like, watch me lean back.
Something's wrong with you guys.
Now watch me.
Hold on.
Watch me. That's Iron Man doing the nay.
Okay, so I want an Iron Man like this.
Hey Buck, he's got the wop.
Dude,
the wop.
Dude, I need a cool base.
Damn.
Tony Stark portrait.
You need him like that pose too?
I didn't know you got the moves like that.
With a light up. With a light up. Man, I gotta have a light up. And then I think this will be a
He's doing the wop. Stanky leg.
Oh, and in the background you can have like a missile that says Stark Industries. Yeah.
You want him to have like the muscle man tights that's not even armored.
Oh man. I just want a classic Iron Man, dude.
I think this works. This will work as a statue. It's just a matter of what you
Bro,
put around it.
in
Like
what
the-
world do we get 3 Venoms before we get 1 Iron Man from Sideshow? And I'm not talking that MCU bullcrap.
In
that
the
no
real
one wants.
world, no, because the MCU is what made him as popular as he is.
That's
In the
right.
comic books, Iron Man was nowhere near as far. And in the real world, you get more Venoms than Iron Man.
Yeah.
Well, also, I guess Venom was the most recent movies that have been out too, right? I mean,
This
Sideshow
isn't the America I want to live in.
No, Venom is leaps and bounds more popular
Way more
than Iron
Way
Man.
more.
Well, when the movies
Like,
were
if it
coming
wasn't
out,
for Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man would still not matter.
I would agree with that. I think the movies what made the popularity of the character, right?
Iron
And they
Man-
did. I
100%.
mean, they did. I like their Mark 6. Well, what's the one where he's leaning back with the rocket, shooting a rocket out of his?
Yeah, I like that piece too.
That's to me. That's the only Iron Man piece I would get. That's the best one I've ever seen, really.
Okay, see, I like this one a better because this one does have more. This one does have more detail, and I need a light up in this with a switch out portrait. Like I said, this has more detail. I just need a really
You
cool.
want to be able to
base.
see his eyes through the mask.
That looks like the JCO one, to be honest.
The man in the Iron Mask.
That was a good movie too.
I'll take JC as Iron Man. I just needed a quarter scale, dude. If JC actually made quarter scale, I would like his stuff. I like his stuff. I've had one of his products. You know what I'm saying? It's just third scale. That's all, man. I can't support third scale.
But that looks like an 80s Iron Man. Maybe 70s, but
I'll take an 80s Iron Man.
How
I
much
need
of
an
an
Iron Man
alcoholic do you want your Tony Stark to be when he takes off the mask?
you know what? I went back and
pre-quarter.
read Demon in the Bottle. Not a big fan of that. The Iron Man stories are pretty boring.
Wow, dude. Okay, Spider-Man's already talking about the Ed Sullivan show.
Iron Man is a C-list character, Cash. Just so you know.
Yeah,
Like
it's all
without
good.
the Avengers, like
It's all good, man. Let me just brush.
I
through
mean,
these
they
real quick,
essentially
dude.
made him a villain in the Marvel Universe for the most part.
He was.
Hey,
They had him have a drinking problem in the comics too, right?
Yeah, well, that was Denny O'Neil, I believe, wrote that.
Yeah.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, because I know Denny O'Neil also was an alcoholic himself and was going through a lot of
Wow.
things.
Wow.
So what? Oh, this is Jason.
Yeah, what is this, Joe?
Has Jason
This is
right
one
there,
you
boy.
shared.
There's a mask off.
Oh, is it?
No, this is the one that you shared though, right? Or it was
Yeah,
this
it's from the same guy.
Yeah.
Either or, because you presented the same one here, but with the mask.
one? Yeah.
What was that, number 7, where he had that?
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Little gruesome there. I
Have
like
you
this.
guys ever seen that custom piece that they did where he was suspended in the air, but he had a chain on his neck?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, like when he gets.
Yo,
Up
that
in the
was,
water,
that was like the best Jason I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
Wow. All right, Carl.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There he is.
Heck yeah.
Well, what?
Yeah, same. You can
Didn't
see,
you
same
see his
artist.
face like that? And
So is the mask a switch out, or just a,
I think so.
an added piece
This
that you
guy
can
here.
have the option?
I think Marlon is on point with this.
No, that's Spawn with the mask off. Oh man.
Where Spawn got
why does he get a chain?
From the movie?
Around
Remember
his
he got,
neck
he got
when he
the
has his
chain on
mask
neck,
on?
They drowned him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that, but his mask wasn't like that.
This guy's Jules Maldonado. He does a lot of
This is
horror.
definitely
Artist
some fan art. Yeah.
Brent.
Taking some liberties with the design.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Don't take
Yeah,
liberties.
14
How
holes,
dare you.
the 16
Sorry.
holes. I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good.
Who is
Jesus.
Jason X?
Oh, that's the one he
I
goes
don't
to
like the
space, man.
triangles.
Oh, yeah.
No way. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Are you,
What's that?
wait,
Yeah.
wait. Slow down, guys. Did you just hear that?
What?
There's a version of Jason where he goes to space.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's frozen.
Why is
and
this
they thaw
something
him
we're
out.
all accepting? Like, oh yeah, it's just a thing. Jason goes to space. Jason
Yeah.
X.
Yeah,
It-
that was
it-
hilarious.
it-
It's
it-
hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
really stupid. That's what it sounds like to me.
Is it more dumb
It's
than
so
the guy
stupid,
who keeps
it's
coming back to
funny.
life?
It is more dumb. I don't know.
man.
He even gets like a
Hey.
new school suit. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Jason X is better than Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh my
Jason Goes to Hell
god.
kind of sucked.
Wow.
It wasn't even Jason in there. So
Yeah, right.
Remember when
Just the first 5
Jason
minutes
was fighting the boxer? He kept
Yeah.
jabbing at him
on the roof.
It's almost starting to sound like Jason goes on more adventures than Barbie.
Yeah,
he does.
They're about the same.
You know, Jason took over Manhattan.
Jason takes
Yep.
Manhattan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Are
was
you
the
being
one.
He goes on
serious right now?
vacation.
Yeah, are these movies?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Jason
Wait, what
8.
the fuck? Wait,
Buck, I'm with you,
Wait,
but I
wait.
lost. So, little fun
Jesus,
fact:
Buck.
Jason
Jesus.
3. That was the one that came out in 3D.
Yep.
I actually knew the girl. There was a girl that played in it. She went to. I was a classmate. Her little brother was a classmate of mine. I knew her.
This is gonna be good. So we have to
Jennifer
big
Cook was her name, and she was with the girl that got killed in the water or whatever it was.
Wow.
With the
And
harpoon.
I remember her going off to film the movie. But that was the one. That was the first one that did. That's when 3D first came out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You had to put the red and
The red and blue.
goggles on.
Oh wow.
That's what you want to call them. They're like paper fucking glasses
Yeah, I know. Paper with like
with like clear plastic or like blue and red plastic over
They
the
worked
lens.
though.
They did.
What is
they-
this
they did.
concoction? Red and blue glasses.
Buck's all
I stopped
blown
watching
away by
this
these
stuff
names
that
of these fucking Jason movies.
I know. Buck's blown away.
I'm just so confused as to why you guys to watch all of this trash that you're talking about.
I'll
Like-
tell you what. For me, in the beginning, it was actually horror, but as
Yeah.
the movies went on, it became how funny can he kill people? Like he's grabbing
Right.
bitches in the sleeping bag and smacking up against a tree. You know, it's
Yeah.
just freezing the girl's face and smashing it into the table, and it just shatters into pieces. It really
It just
became
became
how's he
fun.
gonna kill people? Yeah, yeah.
Like the Geico commercial. Or whatever.
Because
Right. Mayhem.
all those
This is
Friday
supposed to be
the
a horror
13th, they
icon.
realized.
Yeah.
If you watch up through like 3 or 4, they were still trying to be like scary. You know, after that, it's when
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped watching
yeah.
after 4, after 3. I think I may have saw 4, but
yeah.
just
All
became
right, I think it's time to move on from the Jason segment. Like,
This is a cool looking
Is-
pizza. I like it.
yeah,
It
no,
is
no,
cool.
this was good. This is competently done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
This
God.
is a bunch. This is a bunch that's going on.
Oh yeah,
here,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I like the
Um,
idea of a Sinister Six. I don't like the execution of most of these.
I mean,
I think these pieces would look good individually as quarter scales, though.
They are.
What?
They're all individual pieces.
They
Oh,
are.
they are?
They're just
Yeah.
like they all have their own bases. They're all singular, like STLs you could print. They're just showing you what it like a display possibility.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
If you look, there's Sandman, and then Sandman is the handle.
Yeah, Electro looks really dope. I like the Electro.
do you like Craven with the crossbow?
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not a fan of that. I think there's 2 Cravens I've seen that I kind of like, but I think the strongest pieces in this probably Sandman. I don't. And can I see Electro again?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, kind of.
Knock off too.
And probably
His
like I'd
mask
say
is
like
screwy.
Yo, man, if that Electro was a light up in quarter scale,
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be dope, man. I'm sorry. That looks
I
good,
guess
and I like you. I like the Sandman too.
yeah, I think the Sandman
Sandman
is
is
the strongest
dope,
piece there. Probably Spider-Man next, but I don't love the Spider-Man. The Doc Ock, he looks too muscular. He's not fat enough.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that's my
Yeah, it looks
that's
so
my
cartoon.
I like seeing that piece by itself because he's like standing on the mechanical arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the idea, like that
like
execution with the arms, and they got the gesture on the the arms really nice. They look cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's solid. Not the worst I've seen. You know what I mean?
Is overall stylistically, this is not what I'm into.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Mysterio in the back. Who's the other dude on the right?
Mysterio.
On the right?
No.
That's Doc Ock.
No. Can go back out to the long? Or is this a different
Craven at the bottom left?
It's all the same characters. They just crunched them in
Okay,
here.
okay. Sorry, okay. So it was Mysterio. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
They're just showing in a different.
Exactly. A different layout.
Yeah, different.
Of the same characters.
Yeah. Heck yeah. A little bit of... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, like
go ahead,
based on this, like John was saying for a while, this is what Sideshow needs to do. I wouldn't mind seeing Sideshow tackle all of these. They haven't like shown any love to these characters, and
none at all.
That is definitely baffling. I feel like Spider-Man should be a character that gets a lot of love, especially from Sideshow. Like his Rogue Gallery.
Yeah.
Did Sideshow ever do a Vulture?
No. Never. The only Spidey villains they've done, as far as I can remember, like it's just Symbiote and I guess Green Goblin, Hobgoblin.
Yeah, but I think the problem is they're gonna have to try to outdo XMs, right?
Doesn't matter if that's the problem. Like tackle it. I want to see you do it. If you fail, like are you like because it's like
I don't know. I disagree. I mean, I think Sideshow now is at the point to where they know that they've got to put out. Okay, one of the things I think about Sideshow, and I think what hurts them is the fact that us as collectors, we know what they're capable of because they've put out some banger pieces, especially here recently. Ghost Rider's been a banger. This Venom that's coming out. So if they put out a piece that's just a little, not as good, I think that kind of hurts them a little bit. And I think that they understand that competition is good. And I think they understand the fact that you've got customs out there that are really good. And they know that they've got to bring their A game. So they're looking at other pieces and they say, how do we make our piece just as good, if not better? And which I think is fantastic. And I think they're doing it. So when they look at XM, they look at the villains from Spider-Man, they look at the XM pieces that came out. Like, it's going to be hard to top that XM Scorpion. I'm sorry. I've seen guys trying to redo it, or there's some others that look okay, but I think that XM Scorpion is probably the best Scorpion made.
I don't think you need to like that. I think that's besides the point. You don't need to beat the XM. The XM like edition sizes are so small, and like in the Sinister Six lineup we just saw, Scorpion wasn't even there. It wasn't even there.
No, I was just using Scorpion as a reference of Sideshow's approach to putting statues out.
I see Matt's point with those pieces being like the high watermark, but to Buck's point, they just have to put out a really killer piece. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to beat those. It has to be excellent, like that Venom we just saw, right? If they put out a Sandman that's as excellent as that Venom we just saw, everybody would be all about it, and
especially for those,
They got Batman, and they got Batman's main villains, but they don't do shit with Spider-Man other than
very weird. And Spider-Man villains are like very popular.
The way that I was thinking it, I wasn't necessarily meaning competing with XM, but what I'm saying is put out a banger piece.
Put out a banger piece.
Us as collectors, we know Sideshow can put out a banger piece.
Sure.
Don't give us some garbage just to put it out.
Yeah. But also, it's just that there's been so much time. Like even before things got to the dire state that they are at now, I'm surprised they weren't putting out more Spidey villains.
I agree.
There's like that really old Rhino, but that's from years and years and years and years ago. Since then, we've seen so many iterations of Venom from them. Well, not even that much, but Spider-Man we've seen get like redone multiple times. They've done all these like Spider-Verse characters. Like, to be honest, I don't give that much of a shit about those guys. I would rather see the Sinister Six than like, you know, Spider-Gwen, Miles, Spider-Man
agreed.
Noir, another Iron Spider. Like that is not important. I would rather see the Sinister Six get made because they're an important part for the character. You know, it's like it's kind of sucks that the DC rogues, or at least Batman rogues, keep getting made, and Spider-Man, who's the most famous Marvel character, keeps getting shafted.
Yeah, you're right. You know, he's kind of like Marvel's equivalent, right? Because he is a great character. People love him, and he's got a giant cast of lovable villains.
Mm-hmm. People know the Spider-Man cast of villains. Like, they're very famous too. You know, from the movies. The movies have helped popularize them. The cartoons have helped popularize them.
Video games.
There's video games. There's toys.
Yeah.
Right. So they are well known. You know, if I asked you to name like Iron Man villains, a lot of people might not be able to. Thank you for naming the Flash. But like a lot of people might not be able to. So that makes sense. This is our answer to this. Anthony M says, "What's up, guys? Just popped in to see what's up. Regarding Spidey, a lot of those characters were not allowed to be done via the licensor. So that makes sense. Crazy. I'm gonna assume it's because Sony has the rights to the movie stuff.
That's why.
Or do you think it's
drop it in? Appreciate that, Anthony. That's awesome.
Do you think it's the Ditko?
Explains a lot. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man. Makes a lot of sense. Appreciate that. Appreciate you dropping that dime, man.
Some more context. It says when Spidey movies hit, the licensor will put an embargo on characters. Isn't that awful? They're like, we see our like Sony's movie is doing well, so no, you can't make these characters. Like, what the fuck?
It's gonna star this villain. Nobody can make it.
Look, that's how it was, man. Look how long it took for Fantastic Four, right? They gotta wait for the stuff. They gotta wait for the license, the contract stuff to drop off.
Man.
Like cutting your nose to spite your face. Like, who makes the money? It's not Sony. Sony doesn't make the money if Sideshow sells Spider-Man villains. Sony doesn't get a cut.
A lot of times it's not about that. It's about so the other guy can't get it. That's all.
Yeah, but there's nothing to get for the other guy because Marvel owns everything else for Spider-Man except for the movies. All the merchandising they get.
Hey, I don't know, man.
So they don't want a company to do something cooler than the movie. I can see that. So they shut it down.
That's crazy. You'd think it'd be one of those things that would fuel
the desire for
the logic of corporations.
I can't have you, nobody will.
Man.
Well, that's a real struggle when Sony keeps screwing up too.
Quarter scale Ditko Spidey.
Yeah,
that could work. It'll look a bit goofy. But it would also be nice.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I want to see Romita though. Sideshow did a Romita Spider-Man. You got my chance.
Says, okay, movies are done. Get cracking.
No, the new one's coming. Brand new day.
With what's his
Tom
face?
Holland. Yeah,
I don't think I can watch anything else with him in it.
Supposedly the Hulk's supposed to be in it.
Professor Hulk or Hulk?
Well, they said it's from like a storyline with the Hulk, which one of the things that comes to mind for me is when they get like a body transference. So Peter goes into the Hulk's body and the Hulk goes into Spider-Man's.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they're going to do something like that in a movie.
Is that a recent comic? I feel like when I say recent, I mean from the last 5 years.
No, I don't believe so. I remember more of it from, is it the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon? They did an episode of that. So what year would that have been? Do you remember that Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon with like it was more of a team? Yeah, well, it had like the White Tiger, I think, was in it, and Iron Fist, and they worked with Shield. Like Nick Fury would give them things to do.
I know that cartoon, but I didn't watch it.
That was like a time I was much older then.
Well, I still watched it no matter how old I was. So,
Bro, I
Oh,
remember
man.
Firestorm and Iceman. That's what I remember.
Firestar, right? And
Fire.
that's
Oh,
Spider-Man and
and
His Amazing Friends.
As Amazing Friends, yeah. I love
Yeah.
that cartoon.
That's the only thing I remember.
Back when they used to draw, they still drew Spider-Man bulky, you know, with some muscles. Now all we get is skinny Spider-Man all the time. As a teenager, forever. I'll never grow up. Regardless, let's see. Lucas is the same. Okay, with Star Wars.
I don't know. Do you think Sideshow will do a print with that Venom?
I thought they already did.
Did they do a print?
Yeah, I think it's based off old print by Richard Long. Cash showed it. I can show it again if you want to see it.
Yeah, I can't remember what. I'm sorry, I may have missed it.
1 second.
Not sure.
This is the print.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we did show that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the print for it.
Yeah, look at the base. It's got the Angel of Death on it.
Yeah. It's dope.
It looks like they omitted the symbiote tendrils. I think it had some visual interest. Brenton thinks it was smart. I think it adds some visual interest. 250.
You want to see them on a statue?
250.
I'm not saying I want to see it. I'm not saying I don't think it's a positive or a bad thing if it's there or not. But some people think it's bad.
I think it works in different mediums, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Stock sharing. Yeah. Where we at? So
Anthony mentioned for Star Wars, the Mythos stuff, they did the same. Pretty much put the kibosh on and putting them out. While the shows were out. That's crazy.
A ton of killer Mythos concepts, Mythos stars, and when all the new TV shows were in production, they clipped us from doing any. They didn't want any confusion of characters. Like, why do you think people are dumb? Why do you think people are too stupid to delineate between toys and like it's not even for kids, it's for adults. Like,
right.
I don't know. Adults are pretty.
Were they stopping fucking action figures as well? I mean, that's just silly.
I see this. I agree with this. I like my Hulk speech impaired and savage.
Me too.
So, I was listening to this Timothy Zahn interview. If you know who that is.
Expand.
He is the writer and creator of Thrawn. So he wrote the books that first created Thrawn, and then he's written 2 trilogies about Thrawn afterwards, and some other Star Wars books. But he was talking about
damn, that's some nerdy stuff.
Yeah, when they brought Thrawn was a Legends. He got put down into the Legends category when Disney bought Star Wars. And then he was finally brought into canon with one of the Thrawn trilogies that Timothy Zahn had written. But he talks about he can't necessarily tell new stories, or he has to wait because like Dave Filoni gets first shot at a story with that character because there's like a time period he wants to write about, but he's not allowed to yet until he gets like Dave Filoni can do his thing, and if he wants to use that character for anything, so they don't mix up any kind of continuity.
I see. So we got to let Filoni ruin it first before Zahn can try to fix it.
No, Filoni's done great work. You know, he's like the Star Wars savior.
In the past. just like when you hear 12 years from XM.
That joke's gonna go on
forever. Licensors are very protective. Grand Admiral, bingo, ding ding ding. Brendan hit the mark. All right. Cash keeps disappearing when we need him most.
Yeah.
So what's our next topic, boys?
Yeah.
One of these days he's gonna disappear and the show just ends and he comes back and he's the only one live. All right. I think we can discuss.
Do you have more pictures? What was in the photo dump?
I didn't prepare any pictures, and Yeah, let's see. Give me
Well,
one
we
second.
had Joe. We had Joe on the monkey suit, the robotics.
The hospital bed, man. I was dying laughing.
We probably got to play the clip of the anime of the thing first, though.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I did not know they did this to you, Joe. Oh man.
Hey, but Buck, play the clip of him first, though, if you can.
Well, yeah.
It's a clip.
There's a clip of a guy in like a suit and he's walking around and reaching your arm up and.
So just so the guys in the chat know, there was a clip.
Is it the 80s movies? I don't think
There was a clip of a guy walking around.
Oh, you know what? It
And
wasn't in the
Cash-
chat though. It was actually just on the group page.
That was on the group page. And
Yeah,
Cash had said this looks like something Joe Glasser would do.
Something Joe would do. Yeah.
And I said, yeah, right. And I followed up with what Joe would look like the next day.
Yep.
You got to find it, though. But I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that was definitely on the Facebook group. And then you took that picture afterwards and posted it in the dump.
Oh, I didn't put it back on the Facebook group.
No, you put it in there. You put it in there first, and then after it was there.
Yeah. What else was in the was in the dump that we can't say nothing. Oh, it was just that.
Yeah, I don't recall much else. The pictures he posted.
I think there was a Galactus. What was that? What was that Galactus?
Oh, it was a popcorn bucket.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. I mean,
Is that from the movie coming out? That they're gonna put that in the movie?
It's probably gonna be. Yeah. It's probably gonna be the popcorn bucket for that movie.
You guys said a popcorn bucket.
There he is.
Just in time.
I had to. Yeah. Sorry. What popcorn bucket are you guys talking about?
It was the Galactus.
Galactus.
Yeah, those stupid Galactus ones. There you go.
So, with that note, back in time, gentlemen, I got to bug out.
Peace out, man.
Yeah, I'm not far behind, man. It's good talking to you, man.
Yep, chat.
Pleasure, guys. It was good having you, man.
Appreciate it. Deuces.
Good night, Matt.
Yeah,
peace,
good night, man. What's up with this J&D stuff here, man? What's going on?
I don't know. Someone, John mentioned it, so I was definitely looking for stuff to discuss.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Had a family matter come up.
That looks very promising. As far as
yeah.
If you were a fan of that, I mean, they nailed it.
Yeah.
The show.
It feels like an easier character.
You think? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just because I mean, what parts do you really need to focus on is at least the portrait from sculpting, and then it's like just tailoring the outfit.
I feel like tailoring is a lot more difficult than we give credit for. Sometimes you see, for instance, there's like levels to it. You see like different companies take stabs at it. You see Blitzway, which I think is really good. Hot Toys does a good job, but like besides that, when we look at actual statues, Sideshow does a decent job. Prime One with tailoring, with like, I don't think it's too hot. But even then, amongst all the companies that do it, there's like levels to it. The level of execution, how well it gets done, and I would say J&D seems to be the best at that. Like, is this worth 2K 2399? I think for me, the reason why I feel like J&D is worth it is because you get the prototype's quality in hand. No other company does that for you, and that's a big deal. If I wanted to get something that looked as good as a prototype with other companies, I'd need to pay a pro painter a hefty fee, ship my statue around, and it would come up to that price by the time we're said and done. You know, just to get my Black Canary from Sideshow, the head painted, I stripped the paint myself. That would have cost me extra if I sent it to them. And just to get the head painted was $550. And I had to ship it to Korea, and then I had to ship it back here. That was just the head.
Hey,
if I wanted to repaint the whole
Oh,
statue,
man. Bro.
I don't know. But now the piece looks really awesome to me. But that alone increased the price a significant amount. So I think for good paint and really high level of execution, I think the price is worth it.
Your answer invalidated everything Broke Boys Club stands for.
Hey, don't worry. I did this before I became broke. From a different time.
This is what made him broke.
It's one of the things. Yeah, it was one of the things that made him broke.
This is one of the things that made me broke.
On his way down.
I was taking Sideshow statues and trying to fix them, or make them give them really crazy paint jobs.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, man. Wow.
I mean, I don't like personally any of my statues that have any kind of cut and sew on them. I just, it for me doesn't feel like a statue anymore. It feels like a really souped up, modified Ken doll, and it's just a weird delineation I make. I understand why people like them. It's just not for me, but it looks like amazingly well done.
Sideshow Collectibles Sabretooth, would you ever consider repainting that portrait, Joe?
Yes, just the teeth specifically.
Wow, so you do agree with Buck.
I don't think the teeth were amazing. I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite statues, and I know I can make those teeth look better, but I still have been reluctant to do it because I don't want to fuck anything up. But it's just I like it as it is, but I think I can make those teeth much better.
Do you have the exclusive portrait?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say if you had both portraits, just try on the portrait you don't like the most.
I prefer the regular portrait, the one that I have with it. That's the one I prefer. But if I had the exclusive, I would definitely have dicked around with that to make sure I got it right. Teeth for me, man, it's one of those things you can do them quickly and make them look really nice, but I can spend forever on them. It's one of those things I feel like I never am done. Like I can still do a little bit more.
I think you just got to get that enamel look, and that's there's techniques for that.
Sure.
But once you nail that, it looks good.
Yeah. And there's also something to be said for when you're looking at the thing and holding it, or it's right in front of you, versus when you're looking at a photo of it, because you can zoom in really tiny and see shit your eye can't see. So it's
heck yeah.
I spent an ungodly amount of time painting some teeth, just because I feel like I'm always trying to make it better.
Towards what Brenton said about this piece and execution, I feel like his jacket, the vest, man. And in this video you don't see his pants, but we've seen pictures of the full piece. I just don't see tailoring like that from any company. It's just really, really lifelike, But if you value that, definitely, I think they do a superb job. Definitely not going to buy this though.
I was going to say my comments were not saying. It was just more about the portrait, I guess. The sculpted portrait, whereas not the difficulty in the tailoring. Because I think with the mixed media and good tailoring, you may get realism you could never get if it was polystone or resin or sculpted.
Yeah, I think there's a level of fidelity that they can achieve and that they do achieve on their pieces that you just don't see anywhere else. they have definitely been improving with each successive release. There was a time when it was a dice roll whether it was going to be good or not. Now I think we're getting to the point where like I'm starting to have more faith with them on likenesses. I'm still not 100% there, or even I'll say I'm like 70% where like I'm expecting it to be good. But there was a time when it was 50-50. You never know. They could just do a really nasty portrait, just don't miss the likeness, and then some weird paint things. But now they keep getting better. I don't think Aragorn was great. That was one of the newer pieces they've done recently, but I think they keep improving with each successive release. John says this is going to be 1999. Is that a guess, or you're saying it will be? Because I 100% don't believe that will be the price. I think it's going to be over $2,000. Just based on the pricing of previous statues. Okay, it says it's a guess. Based on the pricing of just like the tailoring on this is very complex. I don't think they're going to make it that cheap. I think Catwoman was that cheap because her costume, there was no cut and sew. And it's mostly just glossy black, so I don't think this is gonna be that cheap. I think it's gonna be like 2,300, like other people are saying.
Wow,
maybe even 2,300. Some of their most expensive pieces are like the Henry Cavill Superman. The 2,600 is at least retail on their website, MSRP. All right. What you got next for us, Cash? Or does anyone else want to say anything about Jandy?
No.
Whatever happened to Daniel with the JND? That's my question.
He's still there.
All right.
He hasn't trolled anybody lately.
No, he learned his lesson that time. He learned
Jesus, man.
First, for those who are eager to see the rollout of,
you should have seen the video after that whole thing blew up. You should have seen the video after, man. It was a change, man. Nah.
Oh, was it?
Yep. He learned his lesson.
Like, dude, what happened to this guy, man?
He had a come to Jesus moment.
Yep. It was a change, man. Yeah.
You don't like our products? They sell out. What can I tell you?
That will never be said again, especially not in that manner.
Okay. I got a question. Would you guys in the community prefer somebody like Daniel or Ain Singh and Ben Singh? That's all I gotta say.
I prefer Daniel.
Yeah, I'll go Daniel.
Daniel's talking to me. Plus, they're actually putting out their products.
Yeah.
I mentioned that this.
Is he missing a finger though?
Wait, what?
I'm failing to see the reference.
No, I was just gonna say that was his reprimand. It was a joke.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
The Godfather. Let's see. Marlon said, can't wait for the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. I think that might very well be a good one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta wait and see. Mission. I'm saving up for the Linda. Very anticipated. Let's go Marlonoid. Yeah, that's gonna be a banger, I think.
Nice.
James JNDC has been more connected to community in the group. That is very true. Marlon says he likes Daniel. I like Daniel as well. And I was not particularly, I didn't see it as much of a controversy with the statements he made before. But, you know, at the same time, you got to be cognizant of what the community wants and expects from you, and you need to adjust. And I think they've adjusted. Their approach to dealing with the community is much, much better.
Yeah, definitely. Just to show these real quick, go through this, man. Shout out to Jazz Inc. Jazz Inc. dioramas, bro.
It's one of those cases where the mixed media is not working. That cape looks too thick, and the way it like, you see, another thing about the animated series is like that cowl and the cape should be like one piece, and it's not. That seam doesn't work, and they look like different materials. And then you got too many seams going on. You got the seam around the ball joint, and you have like the seam around where the cowl meets the cape, and then it's a material change.
You gotta have a ball joint seam, but come on, you gotta have a ball joint seam.
Well, it depends. If you make it out of a flexible material over there, or not even like, because you don't have to have the seam. You can have the ball joint in there underneath the fabric, and his head can still articulate because it's a stretchy material, right? I don't think it doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. I feel like I've seen better executed Batman pieces.
And I feel like it's hard because translating the animated series into like a body, like they're going to use the animation style is so unique that it's not like the way the bodies are built are not human-esque as we know them for the most part.
Very
like they're just the shape.
Yeah. Who's the artist?
Bruce Timm.
I was gonna say Tim Cell, but I was way off.
Well, it had Tim in it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, I'll keep it moving.
I think they actually got the body right. If you ask me, I feel one thing that's weird though is that I can see a lot of muscles through the suit, and I don't think that's necessary, especially on his like legs.
Wow.
I don't for an animated series. I think you're better off just buying from Mondo. This whatever price this is gonna be, it's gonna be too much for.
It's gonna be more than Mondo for sure.
I would rather go with Mondo than this.
Mondo stuff isn't cheap either though.
Oh, it's not cheap, but I would rather go with that than this. I think the Mondo Batman is probably 200 and something.
Yeah, and I heard the articulation isn't great on Mondo figures, but I've never had one in hand.
I've heard it's like it depends on the release. I know they had issues with some of the Spider-Man stuff and then Lion-O, but I heard it depends on the release. It's not all of them. But yeah, that's a problem. Definitely, if you want to go with Mondo, that's a problem. But I'm the kind of person with the figures I do have, I put them in one pose and I forget about them. Like, and I don't mind like exposed joints.
Are they very museum-esque poses, or do you have figures that are highly articulated so you can get in some pretty extreme poses?
So I have one that's pretty articulated, but it's too heavy for the stand that comes with it. So like when I try to put it in like floating poses, it just like if you just touch it a little, the whole thing goes crack. It drops.
Does the stand have a screw that you can tighten the joint where it bends?
No. So there's no screw. Like no, it has like a ratcheting mechanism for
Jesus.
But like I think let's just move forward. Let's just say like
what company is this, Buck?
3-0. I have one from 3-0 and I have one from Joy Toy. The one from Joy Toy does not come with a stand. It just freely stands. Yeah, I got you. The one from 3-0 is like the joints are very good because it's die cast, like metal like skeleton inside.
Which figure is that?
It's Shin Getter.
Some anime thing.
Yeah, it's like a mech.
All right.
Is it ratchet joints?
Some of them are ratchet joints, but not everything.
Looks like LBS is saying the final stretch is the final countdown on the blue and gray variant, the Batman 1/3 scale piece, man. LBS, like I said earlier, man, LBS puts out some great work. I'm just not collecting in 3rd scale, but their pieces are amazing, man. I like the bases. I like the fact that they give you like so many swap outs. I think that's just a plus, man. There has to be a portrait for everybody. I mean, I would assume, you know what I mean?
There's no portrait in there for me.
Are they trolling XM with these announcements with the newspaper?
Bro, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was like,
I'm 100% sure that XM started this first. I might be wrong.
Okay.
Hey, the timing was crazy though. The timing's impeccable.
it's kind of weird. I say 100% sure, then followed up with I might be wrong, but like I think I started this first.
Soon the night will rise from our warehouse and into your display. That's a jab, if I know a jab.
That's not a jab. I think you're stretching. You're reaching too much.
Bro, listen. The blue and gray Batman Prestige series has entered its final QC stage. I'm just saying.
Damn, bro.
Where each piece is put through one last round of inspection. I'm just saying. JC will give you QC inspection and deliver it to your house from his warehouse.
I think they put out one of these before I
want proof.
Before XM did release the interview. So I don't think
I just want proof. That's all I'm asking for.
All right. I'm not willing to put out that proof. Make your own.
Wow. All right.
I want Buck to change his name just to 12 years.
Wow.
I would.
Just in case, I know there's a couple collectors out there who do collect anime stuff as well as Legos. Lego is coming out with One Piece based off the Netflix original series. So for those of you guys out there,
so much of this is an abomination. First, it's a Netflix adaptation of an anime. And then it's like a Lego set of an anime. That was
we got a lot of Lego collectors in the community. Star Wars. That's where my ums in. I'm gonna keep it moving.
There's a lot of ums.
Hey, DT does Titanic Lego stuff.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, he built the Titanic with his wife. All right, screw you guys. I'm never adding Lego again.
Keith is a One Piece fan. He said based on the show, no thank you. Oh, Lilith.
Oh, wow.
Is this from McFarlane?
Oh, so this is cooler than Legos?
Hell yeah.
Yes, it is. But
under every circumstance.
This is McFarlane, if I'm not mistaken.
Elite edition.
Is this resin?
Lilith. Probably not. It's a figure. It's a toy.
Yeah,
it's a figure.
Oh, it is? Are you sure it's not one of their scripted things that they
look? I don't know. It looks like there's a seam like for a joint in her arms.
Oh, like those $100 statues that they're doing, those 110s.
Yeah. Well, like the Marvel ones they're all over the place. They do like 3 different scales, and then they do some resin stuff, like he does with Spawn and that Superman Action Comics one.
Yeah.
McFarlane hates resin.
Some of their stuff is like so affordably priced, man.
Yeah.
It is,
and it looks good. It's crazy. It looks good. They did like a 6-scale Thor, and it was painted so well in production. I'm not even talking about like. I'm very impressed with some of the stuff McFarlane is putting out. If you're talking about entry level for collectors, McFarlane is where it's at. Fuck Iron Studios, man.
Yeah, since Diamond's gone.
Go ahead. Sorry. Since Diamond's gone?
Yeah, no, that's all. Since Diamond's gone, McFarlane is your option for like the entry level, at least Marvel statues and stuff. I still love that Hulk one where he's like moving the letters of Hulk.
Oh yeah,
right off that cover. That's a great one,
dude. Speaking of,
I didn't see this, but
wow,
Legos with you. And just so you know, Evan is actually a real big pussy. He collects Lego and One Piece.
Bro.
He does.
Dude, I am really upset about Diamond, man.
Me too, man.
I love the fact that there's a lot that's out there already that I'll be able to like go back and hunt down. But it's a real bummer. And I hope for me and Joe's sake, as well as other Diamond Select collectors out there, that 2 weeks ago we went over the list that had still remained. That even though they're shut down or whatever, like these things were still coming. And there was a couple cancellations. We'll go over it again next week potentially, but dude, I just want my Phoenix. That's all I'm asking for at this point. Please, I have a Cyclops to pair with it. I just want my Phoenix. If I even gotta pay like triple the price for you guys just to do one for me, I'm willing to do so. I'm willing to do so.
Yeah, the Sinister I have on pre-order, man. If that thing makes it out, I'll be.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want the rest of them I have on pre-order, but that one I really want, man.
Hey, man, I'll sacrifice all of them for that Phoenix. I'll sacrifice them all for that Phoenix. That's all I'm saying, man. For you guys, those of you guys out there who don't know, McFarlane once a month does a kind of like the Iron Studios is what he started doing. And the next one is going to be June 12th on the YouTube channel, on his YouTube channel. So, yeah, you guys can check it out for those McFarlane collectors.
They started doing something where they unveil pieces in like a 3D showroom. Have you seen that, Brenton?
No, I haven't.
They like show, and it'll be animated too, right? It'll have like it could be a character, and they're in a 3D showroom. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a pretty cool concept. Before the statue actually gets a prototype made, you're already seeing a 3D sculpt, and it's colored, and it's has a resting animation. Maybe they're breathing or they're floating or something. Anyone who collects McFarlane stuff and follows it closely, like, let me know if you've seen that. I think the last one I saw was of Redeemer.
Is anybody going to be getting like the 1/10 DC stuff that he's doing? I thought that was supposed to be resin. It was like a Joker that had the two guns and the smoke coming out of it.
Those are usually like overpriced. Talk about like, I think that Action Comics 1 cover he did was like $600 for 1/10.
What?
And
that's crazy.
The Spawn he did in 1/10, I think, is around that same price point, 600, 650 or something.
The Spawn statue with the crazy cape. I think that was like 1/8 or some shit, wasn't it? It was bigger than 1/10.
Maybe it could be 1/8.
Yeah.
But still, I remember looking at that price and I was like, well, no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Gotta pass, man. Looks like one of the fan art groups is doing this right here.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good. It kind of looks like that Queen Studios Hawk that they were gonna come out with and they canceled. I'm just like, what's going on here? You know?
I wouldn't characterize this as really good, Cash.
Look, dude. I mean, it doesn't. All right, whatever.
I'm a hater, man. I was born a hater. I guess on this one, I think the panel is split into two groups. I'm with Brenton, and Joe is with Cash.
Joe, it's not bad, right? Not bad.
I mean, his face is a little too Joker smile, but besides that, I like it.
Wow, can't even see it now.
If anybody's in this group, recommend them to paint the nails black.
Are the Red Hawk's nails black?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, never would have known, man. So those little details, man.
I don't have a problem with this other than that crazy smile.
Yeah,
details matter. I don't know if you ever fought in an investigation.
Oh boy! Shout out NECA, by the way. Vincent Price.
Are you sure you want to shout out NECA? I think it's the parent company that bought out what's the name of the
Diamond,
and they put them out the pasture. You want to shout out NECA?
He's like, I'm so sorry for Diamond. No, he's trying to be nice to them so he can get his Phoenix. Shout out NECA.
Shout out NECA. Shout out NECA. Yeah. Keep the Phoenix alive. Let's see if she can revive from this.
Hey man,
rise from the ashes of Diamond.
Yeah, just like this Black Crow is doing. Nah, but I'm not sure who would pick this up. Isn't Vincent Price? Isn't this like more like a older demographic potentially?
But that's who buys collectibles. Sure. I don't think young people buy collectibles for the most part.
Yeah, no, this is not a kids thing.
You're young, Buck. What do you mean?
I'm barely young at this point.
That's a rapper.
Jesus.
Young.
I feel like no, like even like when it comes to toys, a lot of like these collectibles and stuff, the market keeps growing, but it's mostly directed to older millennials.
Yeah.
Like that's the main demographic, I believe, for stuff.
right.
So that's why all the nostalgia bait is coming from the era that was pivotal for that age group.
Yeah.
And they're like in their formative years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buck, you probably weren't alive for Vincent Price's last movie.
I more than likely was not.
But you probably saw it.
Probably not. The first thing I saw Vincent Price. I think that's from Corey the Cowardly Dog. First thing I saw Vincent Price in was it's like a Scooby Doo special or something.
Well, did you watch Edward Scissorhands?
Yes.
Yep.
Was he in
That's his last movie. He was the creator of Edward.
Was he in it?
Yeah, he's the guy that created Edward Scissorhands.
In the
That
movie? Oh
dies.
shit! Oh yeah. My bad.
That
Damn.
that was his last movie.
I thought you were saying he created the character. No.
No. Sorry,
That is,
he was the in the movie. He
Dr.
portrayed the maker.
Yeah. The guy
Yeah.
who made Edward Scissorhands, the movie, is the guy that made those bad Batman movies, right? The one with Keaton.
Oh yeah, Tim Burton. Yeah.
Tim Burton, yeah. Some of the worst Batman movies ever, bro. Like
Nah,
Tim Burton
sorry, those are
should
the
not
bad
be
ones.
allowed to make movies. So, which ones are the bad ones, Joe?
The Bale movies.
The Bale movies? The Bale movies? Come
Yeah, yeah.
on, bro.
They're the worst ones.
Oh,
The only
Joe,
good
I've never
thing about
done
those
this
movies-
before to you, but like, you've been banished. Oh God, Joe, why?
Listen, man. Listen. First of
Oh
all,
man,
the guy mumbles. You can't even fucking tell what he's saying. And after 2 movies of people complaining about him mumbling, they give you a villain that's mumbling right along with him. Like, get
Joe,
the fuck
you
out
had a low hanging fruit. Yeah, you could have easily said Batfleck, and everyone would have been, yeah, Joe, of course.
I'd rather watch that all day over the Bale movies. It doesn't look like it looks like they're running around in a regular old city. Nothing about that film.
Martha.
Wow.
No, it's what's his face was excellent as the Joker. Besides that, those movies could just go away from me.
God have mercy.
Hey, so speaking of just something older, like PCS has the license for the Hellraiser. I'm kind of curious as to see when PCS will be doing their new horror bust that Aunt Adams had kind of alluded to. Hopefully, potentially, we'll see something here. I know he hinted at like Michael Myers with the bust, stuff like that. So hopefully, we'll see something quarter scale and third scale, how they've been doing it. They'll give us an adaptation in third scale, give us another one in quarter scale shortly after. So hopefully, they keep that up with this. So big fan of what PCS does. I think they come up with really cool concepts. Hopefully, clean up a couple things that I know. I was talking to one collector. He wanted to see a couple QC things get cleaned up and paint a little bit better likeness on a couple things. So hopefully in the future we can see a little bit of better stuff coming out from PCS. But I think their concepts are always on point. I think concept wise, always on point. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, a lot of times, good times,
Yeah,
bad times.
And I also think I do like the fact that I like the fact that they're giving us stuff that other companies aren't giving us, such as that horror, and then just like a wide range of licensing. So from the licenses and the concepts, I definitely give them props there.
I think they've had some nice concepts recently, like with the Star Wars. Their mall looks good. Both malls look good. The Casey Jones they showed recently, excellent. Just like excellent all around.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles for sure.
But they also have their misses. I think for me, the main thing with PCS everything aside, is I want to see their quality catch up to the pricing. And the pieces are very expensive, and it doesn't make sense for the cost. Like, sorry, for the quality they deliver on. So if they can make those align, they would receive a lot more like goodwill from me.
Cash, are you interested in getting a Hellraiser?
That's what.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I was never the biggest Hellraiser fan. It would have to be like, I would have to see it, and it would really have to like knock it out the park. Like everything on it would have to be perfect, and the price would have to be really low. I think I missed the sideshow Hellraiser to the point where like I guess I just don't care anymore. You know what I mean? It eluded me. It came out before I was collecting, and I was able to get the original 3 that I wanted. You know, Mike, Freddy, Jason. Right now, I would love a Leatherface. I'd love a Ghostface, and I'd love a Candyman. If I can get those 3, I'm cool calling it quits with my horror section.
But I agree with Buck.
Yeah.
Everything he said there.
Wow. Cypher, I think on their prototypes, their painting usually has been decent. It's when it comes to like production, it's just like they're lost. The only time when the painting has really been an issue for me on prototypes has been with likeness pieces, but the Conan isn't a likeness piece. For that piece, I hate the concept, and I hate like the only thing I like about the new Conan is his portrait. Everything else, you can throw it away for me.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
not bad on it.
Yeah. I mean, even if you look at this, I just like the fact that they always kind of give you like multiples, you know, with a lot of stuff, man. Obviously you got the hyper rail, and you got the you know, just regular 3rd scale. So that's cool. That is something, man. That is something about that hyper rail. That hyper rail one is really spot on. Just the way it looks. I really like it. The other one, I like the fact that you do have the torso swap out if you so choose to get that version. Having the sabers light up is just a must, and I'm glad that there wasn't even no, hey, you know, we didn't light up the sabers. Like, I just feel like moving forward, it's a must. Moving forward.
For anyone who likes these, I would tell you, if you're gonna pre-order it, don't do it on PCS. And yeah, like, make sure you open it within the first 30 days. If you order it from a website, like, make sure the website you order from has a return policy.
Yeah,
that is sensible, and so that if it comes in and it looks like crap, you could just return it and get your money back. Yeah.
Buck, can I make a small caveat to that? So with the mall, the one where he was shirtless, the fully sculpted one, to get the 2 torsos, you can only order that from PCS. So they kind of have you in a bind there if you need 2 torsos. If you can pick one or the other, then definitely go through Sideshow or any other retailer that will have your back if there's anything wrong, or
if you want 2 torsos, man, in my eyes, anyone who pre-orders from PCS, you're a gambling man. I would never. It's no way in this world I would do that. I don't pre-order in general, but I'd say it's a big no-no. Do not pre-order. Their policies are not reasonable at all, but not just the policies. I think to order a very expensive statue from them and expect a quality like piece in return is a dice roll. You just don't know if you're gonna get that, and then they don't have like policies that are good, because if you return it, they'll give you store credit, so you're stuck buying another shit piece from them. You know, so I said just wait for it. If you have to have the 2 torsos, it's gonna be around. Just wait when it reveals, see what production looks like in hand, and then make your choice then. If you don't need the 2 torsos and you want to pre-order, pre-order somewhere that has the return policy that is favorable to you, or you can return, no questions asked, get your money back, and you don't have to claim that there were damages or anything. Just say, I don't like it. Here, have it back. You can cancel your order.
Yeah, that's what I did with the Daredevil. I gave up getting that extra portrait because I didn't want to order directly from them.
Wow,
it's
that's
too risky.
crazy. Yeah, I ordered the 3rd scale Underworld Marcus, and I think kind of like Brenton was talking about with the double portraits on this mall, or torsos rather. Like I felt like I had to order it because with them you got the Marcus Chamber, and it was the exclusive that you only could get with PCS, and that was before they did the whole like if you cancel you only get store credit, you don't get your money back. So I agree. Moving forward, it's like, yeah, I don't care what the exclusive is or extra portrait or proximity piece. I mean, if real life happens and you need to cancel and get that money back, or you change your mind or whatever, I can't be pigeonholed, man, to them, as Ain Singh would say, those SOPs. You know what I mean? So yeah. What the fuck are SOPs and statue collecting, man? I digress, man. Dude, okay. I don't mean to rant, but yo, Ain said, shout out PCS, man, not XM. Ain said SOP so many times. I'm like, bro, damn. I didn't even know SOPs were in statue collecting, bro.
12 years, man. If you were in it for 12 years, you'd know. -3.
What's up, Mark? Again, this is just another example that they always give you multiple. So from, like I said, from a concept standpoint, I generally like what PCS does. I think they give you good options, man. But you guys are definitely right.
How this piece turned out in production, and how many people were upset, and then the QC issues. Like people didn't like that the weapons looked plasticky, and then also there are like issues with the dynamic blade and his cape on a bunch of people's. So you just gotta be conscious of all these things when buying from PCS, and the way they've engineered their customer experience to make it so you cannot back out. Like you're just locked in. Once you put money into PCS, money is not coming out, bro. It's not that it's gone. It's not coming out. If you actually get it back, it's a store credit. You must spend that money on a PCS product. It's not leaving.
They got you.
Unless you call your bank.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy. And shout out Simon. The Super Girls by Adam Hughes, baby. Adam Hughes, man. If anybody's looking for another fine art brand, here you go. Wow.
Adam Hughes, if you want to buy directly from him, for Tweeterhead's policy, Tweeterhead is no more in terms of selling directly, so they don't have any policy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I never would have got direct from them anyway.
Do not buy directly from them either.
Yeah.
But with Adam Hughes, if you want to get his art prints, if you were buying them from him at a con, he would charge you up the ass. So probably Sideshow, getting this doing a bunch more prints from him now is probably nice if you're a fan of his work.
Yeah,
I think he makes very attractive female characters. Yeah, man. Look at the. You don't think so?
Nah, bro. I'm more of a Mark Brooks kind of guy.
Mark Brooks does good work, but I'd put Adam Hughes above him.
You'd be wrong, but
I guess you don't like boobs, because Adam Hughes, he knows how to put a fine rack on a woman.
I'm a married man, Buck. I'm a married man.
All right, that's a very diplomatic answer.
Cash is like, I don't like anything.
Yeah, man. I'm a married man. I see no evil, hear no evil.
I didn't even notice. Did she have them in that Supergirl art print?
Yeah. Honestly, I've never seen a Power Girl in my life.
That was
so we talked. Yeah, man. We talked about this earlier. Again, I'm very curious to see what the price is going to be, as well as the full review, reveal. Very curious to see, man. Especially like, I think the exclusive version. I think it's safe to say that's going to be an ES of 300 or lower. I would be very shocked. I don't see this being a high ES. I think it's going to be like a Loki situation, to where it is going to be super. You guys are probably right. It's probably 1,050. It's probably 1,050, man.
I don't see it being that high, but I see it being high though.
I would agree with you if that Weapon X wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Weapon X, I think their excuse for that is all the many parts that go into it. You know, even the pins go into his body, and then
they probably did make so many molds.
Yeah.
And this dude, if anybody in the chat knows what this was about, let me know. This guy shared this picture. I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but I was like, holy cow. Like, is this your personal collection?
That I like the way everything is organized. And you got like a picture to tell you what's in the box.
Is that XM Warehouse?
Oh man.
Oh freak.
Lord of the Rings Balrog from Queen Studios in a crate. It is pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean,
you got pieces from multiple different companies.
If this is like a family compound or where you work at or something, all right, whatever. But if you're paying for something this size, that is insane. He can't be paying for this. So this is crazy.
Based on the number of statues and when I look at the price of some of these, I'm saying, yeah, he's definitely paying for this shit.
Dude, he has sticky notes on each box. I didn't even realize that.
Dude,
he has a picture. He has a picture on the boxes too, along with the sticky notes, so you can know exactly what it is.
I guess Cat is not listening to me when I speak.
Oh, you said that? Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Hey, this isn't his first rodeo. He knew.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Flinkster's garage. Wow.
The guy looks familiar.
Gosh, I don't know, man.
I want to see where he has them all on display, or if they're just still in the boxes.
Yeah, we need an update video. We need an update. Next week I will try to find an update. I'm gonna like follow this guy. I'm gonna figure something out, man.
He's got one piece from each company, man. XM, Sume, Iron Studios, First Four Figures, Sideshow. He's got a lot of Sideshow.
Yeah.
He doesn't discriminate.
Yeah. Prime One.
Queen.
Oh, Prime One is these Minions too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the Minions that Prime One did. I think
so. Maybe.
Yeah. Shout out Beast 51. Just gonna fly through his photos real quick of his. He has officially became a member of the Big Game Cover Art family. Shout out Beast 51, man.
Oh, nice.
To me, this is the second. This is the second best quarter scale Predator of all time.
Number one is Crack Dusk.
Number one is Ahab.
Oh man.
Number one is Ahab.
Crack Dusk is the best statue I've seen of the Predators personally. I think it's insane.
Heck yeah, man. Plenty of swap out portraits. The biomask right here. You know, just the open mouth portrait, the closed mouth portrait. I mean, you have plenty of swap outs with a spear.
Oh, I like that art print.
Wow, Buck.
Yeah, it's by the great one himself. Your favorite artist, Alex Ross.
Oh, I wanna get away.
I really like the Predator statue.
Yeah, it's nice.
This combined with that, like the skinned body hanging upside down, it's a perfect tone.
Oh yeah, man! You gotta have the dead guy, man. I got that one. You gotta have the hunter victims, man. You gotta have the hunter victim, man. It's all about the dead guy.
My favorite Predator piece is Crack Tusk, but this is probably my second favorite one.
Crack Tusk is nice.
You know what, Joe? We're gonna promote you.
Oh.
My biggest problem with most of their pieces is they're just very much the same. You know, every statue is almost exactly the same stance.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many.
Captain Morgan.
That's why I like having the cracked tusk, the big game, the Ahab. It's all different. The Sengoku is, it's cool. But yeah. Plenty of details on this. I mean, this snake right here was just a great touch. Great touch. And all the foliage was very annoying, but we got through it. Piggy Picks shared this right here.
Piggy,
Pretty cool.
It's crazy you're not giving me my props, man. I see how it is.
Why?
That's the last time I help you get something.
Oh,
wow.
I put him on. I shouldn't have. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
He just wants his props.
Good looking statue. What's the name of the statue?
Usagi Yojimbo.
From where?
Yeah,
but he mixed in with Turtles at some point, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The same guy's been writing it for like 40 years. Stan Sakai writes and draws it. So
nice. Was he a black guy before he turned into a rabbit?
No,
he was
started
always
a rabbit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was back in a time when like anamorphic characters were a big deal.
Gotcha.
Like the Turtles.
Gotcha. Piggy bought it, so I was asking.
It's this is sculpted by Rafael Barrow.
Okay, nice. Nice.
It's a very realistic take on Usagi.
Nice.
I think he's only been in full samurai armor like this. There's like a specific cover or like art piece.
Well, I think it was like his origin.
Yeah, because he's a Ronin, right?
Yeah, because I think in this battle where he's wearing the armor, his master gets killed.
Looks like he did give you props.
Hey, I'm gonna keep saying he didn't give me props because I didn't hear it myself. Damn, I guess I gotta give. No. You know what? We're not giving Piggy an apology. I think I saw it on Instagram and I didn't get my props on Instagram. I didn't watch the full video, so I don't know if he actually did.
Real quick, guys. Glass Joe has to step away.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on, Glass Joe.
Always.
Good night, Joe.
Always look forward to my Saturday.
Yeah.
Man,
See you,
sorry
Joe.
to jump early, but
no,
I'll be
you're
back
good.
next
You're good.
Saturday.
Yeah, later,
Catch
man.
you guys on the next one. Peace.
Have a good one, man.
Have a good night.
You too.
Joe's not trying to wake up at 1 like me.
Oh wow. Heck yeah, man. I'll fly through a lot of the pictures pretty quick, get us the heck out of here, man. DC and Marvel Collector shared this. His Black Mantis. Is this Prime 1?
Yeah, it's Black Manta from the Injustice game.
Black Manta, yeah, that's right. Said Mantis. I love the water. The water effect looks great. Looks great.
Looks good. Pretty solid.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely.
They did this and they didn't do like the Aquaman.
Dude, I didn't even realize the base had a shark on it. That's crazy.
And that manta ray is that a stingray or manta ray? I don't know.
Hey, man.
The reason why I'm asking if it's a manta ray is because because the character is Black Manta, but that's why I'm asking.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm more of a land kind of guy, so I don't know.
Oh man, don't further the stereotypes, Cash. You can swim, right?
Huh?
I'm gonna keep quiet.
What'd you just ask me?
Just move on. It's a nice shark.
Freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke.
Dude, I watched Michael Phelps in the Olympics, bro.
Treading water.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Drowning.
Wow. Oh my god. At some point, I wouldn't mind having a WWE belt, but I feel like it's something I wouldn't like get now because obviously I'm like busy with my collection and stuff. But I feel like at some point I am gonna have a WWE belt, not a bunch, like literally just like one, and I think that would just be cool, like a authentic belt. And I know some of those cost probably like $300. Some can be as expensive as like 600, but I would definitely get one that would look super legit and whatnot. I love this display with all the hot toys. I think it looks great. Love the lighting and the detox. Looks super super good, man. Dude is definitely a Marvel fan or a MCU fan, I should say, with a little bit of Spider-Verse. So cool.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, hot toys look great in detox. I think that's one of the best ways to display them.
Especially when they're lit up. You got the Power Rangers in the other corner. Like, it's nice, man. Nice.
Sad IKEA stopped making them. And
I've noticed whenever a store, well, you and Buck need to get a tag team belt during stream. All right.
Yeah.
The Dudley Boys.
We go take out Sam and Rashid.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat. Oh wow. Dude, Rashid actually walks around with Tim's on in the middle of June. That is insane to me.
It's not enough of a hype boost still.
Oh God.
I'm telling you, if I see you in person, Rashid, my chin is going on top of your head.
Jesus Christ. Shout out Madeline Pryor. Yo, license companies out there, man. People want a Madeline Pryor. So
Sideshow did one a while back, but that was 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
It was Adam Hughes too.
Okay. All right. I won't say nothing. Shout out Vega. Vega's talking about, man, you could get some nameplates done if you stop the glazing. This dude is funny, man. Shout out to Sideshow with all the cool work in the background, except for the magic to the left.
You got a clean ass setup.
Clean.
All the Moji cases just come with this like felt like or suede like platform shelving. That looks good. It makes it look a bit premium.
It does. It definitely makes it look premium. I like how in these, it always feels like you could have like 5 pieces just like this. Like all of them just feel like you can have multiple pieces without it looking crowded. And I like that. Almost makes me feel like that's how they're able to fit more than the rest of us. You know what I mean?
I love that Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that Nightcrawler is one that I do hope to eventually get at some point.
It has the best colors in this whole setup.
Yeah. This setup is pretty freaking awesome, man, and it's pretty awesome. Is all I can say. Pretty freaking awesome.
Sideshow.
Yeah, mostly Sideshow. A little bit of XM there, but yeah. We got some J&D, right?
Not a single J&D in sight.
Not a single J&D. I'm definitely way off. I'm sorry about that.
That's Infinity Studio Prime 1.
What about that Harley at the bottom middle?
That's Prime 1.
Oh, okay.
That's literally what I thought was J&D.
Nah, it's Prime 1.
I feel like there's so many Harleys my eyes glaze over. So I'm just,
it's like on this whole setup, I see like Sideshow, Prime 1, Infinity, Queen Studios. That's
dude. That Batman is daunting the right word?
The left side.
The left. Oh man.
Well, Affleck's huge, so dude's like 6'4" or something, right?
Jesus. I guess, man, that's crazy to me. Heck yeah, love the light up, love the light ups. So, question for you guys, man.
Dude loves
Serious question. Do you guys feel like if Heath hadn't had, if he hadn't passed away, do you guys feel like they would have kept him as Joker like a little bit longer moving forward, even if it would have been outside of Nolan?
Outside of Nolan, I could see them milking that. But like I don't think Nolan would have done it. I think he was truly done after Dark Knight Rises. He's a true filmmaker. He has good movies to make. He's not there to mine like past glories until he dies. Like he comes out with new shit and people love it. What was the last project he did? The one with the nuclear
I was thinking
bomb.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So he did Oppenheimer, so that was successful. He's a great creative. He dropped a lot of heat.
Heck yeah, man.
Is that it for photos?
No, I only got a couple more. I'm just gonna skip a bunch just to get us out of here. I got to share this one though. I was really trying to get Britton's take on this photo here, man. It's a bunch of Hawks, but all the way up top, I really like what he did with the comics there. I thought that was a sweet touch, man. Sweet touch.
And it's a nice way to display the CGCs.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
One of the statues that stands out a lot to me here is that XM Red Hulk. That's an excellent Red Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good one.
A great example of a very well done hand sculpted piece.
I've been on the fence about picking up that Red Hawk for a while, and I keep I know I could get one right now for 11 shipped. 1,100 shipped. And I feel like if it was 1,000 shipped, I'd pull the trigger. I don't know.
It's a good piece, but only get it if you're fully committed to like Red Hulk.
Yeah.
It's a great
definitely not fully committed to Red Hawk, but it looks like a great statue.
Yeah, I mean it's a very cool statue. And the character's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Go back and read his first appearance. I really enjoy that story.
So don't let A Brave New World be your first introduction to Red Hawk.
No. Is Red Hulk gonna be in A Brave New World? Not even a brand new day. Oh, Brave New. No. Oh no! I just remembered what we're talking about. I forgot that Captain America movie was called.
Yeah.
The new Captain America movie is Brave New World, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I've completely put that out of my mind. My bad.
No,
it's probably for the best.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's the last photo though. I had to share this one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Sorry to go a little bit longer, guys. That's on me there. Yeah. But yeah, man. Dude.
Nothing you can say.
Wow. Heath would have ended up a Marvel character.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. Like I think he respects himself and he's a good actor. So I feel like people only go over to Marvel when they need a quick check, bro. Like
I could see him being Bucky Barnes.
Why would you see him being?
What about Tony Stark?
You know what? You just don't know. I think the first Iron Man movie had already come out, but when did Dark Knight drop and when did the first
2008? So it was
Iron Man.
I mean, they were probably months apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't gonna happen, right? Like they came out pretty close. So like Downey Jr. was already cast, and to be honest, it was a perfect Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can replace him. Like it was just perfect casting. Like they really nailed that.
Perfect, man. It was just like you said, it was just perfect.
I would like to see the MCU take a 5-year break, or I would like to see them reboot it and recast the original Avengers or something, or focus what they're doing now is not working. They need to change course.
Yeah, if they reboot the comics with the number one all the time, why not just do that with the MCU? Just reboot the
I am perfectly fine with that. It'll give us a chance to pretend like none of the stuff that happened after Endgame happened, and I think a lot of people would say, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
No.
The guy with all the boxes behind him, I think I saw he said he had 3 more lines behind the camera.
Jesus.
That's why he's got those pictures and the sticky notes for the stuff that you can't see that's behind. That's crazy, man.
That's insane, bro.
Sup, Steve? CNP.
Well, we know he was buying at the right time when everything was like $300.
No fucking way, man. If he's putting it in that warehouse, it does not care about
that's
price.
Crazy. Yeah, in that warehouse, I don't think he's worried about price for sure.
That's. I need to see him displayed. I want to see his collection.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm invested right now. Like I do want to see like what is it gonna look like in the end, you know?
What if he just bought them and never displayed them? Like he was just an inbox collector, and that's
Jesus.
All those statues are actually inboxes, never opened.
Yeah, then.
For some reason, I feel like that angers me. I don't know why, but like just knowing that there's,
I know why.
There's these
it does
potential
anger me
girls,
too.
man. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. You got that many pieces, you gotta display them.
I cannot confirm or deny this statement. Maybe.
What statement?
If we had the money and space, I think we would do the same. I don't know, man. That much room gives me anxiety, bro.
Or put the boxes. I don't think I like that many statues. If I'm being honest,
I agree. Yeah,
I don't. They're not. If I had the money and space, I would not have that many statues. I dislike so much. I think I would still be. I wouldn't need that much space to store my boxes. To be honest.
Yeah.
I'd speculate would I even buy statues if I had that much money.
Just a bum. Appreciate you coming through, man. Can't have that much money if he doesn't have a place to display. Making bad the choices in life, if you ask me. Oh man,
we don't know what his display looks like. It might be dude might have like a crazy ass mansion and he just got pieces everywhere. Like you just don't know.
Wow. Yeah, just don't know.
That would be really cool though.
Yeah, you should do like a Cribs episode. Statue Cribs. There's some collectors in this hobby. They got fucking deep pockets. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
They got deep pockets and insane displays, and they put a lot of money into collecting, and they've got more still to put into it. Some people are not deterred by cost, but I think a lot of those people have also gone to the point where they want to buy only really premium products. When I talk to a lot of the collectors that seem to be into that seem to have deep pockets, and it doesn't seem like money is an issue for them. They don't really consider price when they want to buy something. It's whether they like it or not. I feel like the majority, they're usually getting stuff that's movie related or hyper real. So they're buying from companies like J&D, Prime One, and the people making busts for the most part.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm into though.
Yeah. Man, dude, anything else on your mind? Anything you think about picking up?
No, I sold the statue recently.
That's good.
Not the one not in Jealous, but I sold this to Side Ventures.
Yeah, I sold that Black Canary, and I gotta get it boxed up tomorrow.
Gotta get mine boxed up too. I'm gonna tell the guy that my grandma said.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'll go to the storage unit and get that boxed up tomorrow and shipped out Sunday. I will I'm going for Sideshow Riddler. so I have a spot over there for Sideshow Riddler, and then I would like the Sideshow Batgirl, so that's gonna go there. And then obviously when Man Bat comes out, I gotta have that Huntress gone by the time Man Bat comes out. So I'll be just moving some parts around, just basically saying no to the heroes and keeping all the villains and stuff like that. Except for obviously Batgirl, that's the hero, but it's a combination of Batgirl and Clayface, so it works. And yeah, man. Yeah. I did film an unboxing. It was very hectic, but for Dragon Ball Z Purunga, I was supposed to have it up here a couple days ago, but the unboxing was so hectic. And then I unboxed Shinron Dragon Ball Z, and dude, there is no way you could record. I'm literally just going to record a review. Like certain statues are just like, I don't know how people do unboxing reviews, whatever. Like they're insane to put together. Insane. So it is what it is, man. But any last words for you though, Brenton? Anything new coming in or anything you watching, anything?
I should have Darth Maul life-size bust coming in this week.
Nice.
So I'll get that, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. Darth Maul, I don't know. It's something about the red and the black, man. Something about the red and the black.
It's very aesthetic.
Yeah. But there's been red and black on a lot of other, like, I don't want to say characters, but like it's red and black are two common colors. Although it just works with them all. I don't know.
Right now, we all have a statue that's red and black in our background.
Exactly, Harley Quinn. I fucking love it. It just works, man. It just works. But yeah, man. Walton says, quick question for Brenton: do you love the prequels, or is this a love for the animated shows? Ooh.
I think a little bit of both. Yeah. So I definitely was really late to the animated shows, but when I started watching them, I really enjoyed them. And I think they really explored Maul to a level that I really loved the character then. Like when you first see him in the movies, he's very cool, but very short-lived. He's definitely has that look to him where you're just like, man, he's a cool character.
Yeah.
But then, you get him for like one of the best fight scenes at the end, and then he dies, supposedly.
Yeah.
But it's really where the anime
Why do you say supposedly? What happens?
What?
What happens? There's something supposedly how he got metal legs. What are you talking about?
Well,
he got cut in half. What?
He got cut in half and fell down an endless hole,
and then he dies. Supposedly.
No. Yeah, well, supposedly we all thought he did until years later when they did the animated Clone Wars, and then you see he gets found by his brother,
Savage,
and he's still alive. Yeah.
You
and he's got spider legs. He built like a spider thing.
Lucasfilm was just like, damn, man, we need to bring that horse back, and we need to keep beating it. It's not dead yet, so beat the dead horse, make it deader. Yeah. No, but actually, they did a good job with expanding his backstory.
Yeah, and I find the other stuff, like anything on Dathomir with the Night Sisters and everything, that's an interesting part of Star Wars that I enjoy and, wouldn't mind seeing more of. And I think where Asajj ties into that is also interesting.
Yeah, space magic. Truly starting to feel more science fantasy with all that stuff.
It's true.
Wow. Yeah. Any last words for you, Buck?
Yeah, if you're gonna watch Clone Wars, Walton, watch the animated show first. Very short episodes, so you could get through it fast. But it looks very awesome. Awesome fights. good. A lot of characters get introduced in that as well. They make Dooku and what's his name, the robot guy,
Grievous.
General Grievous. They make them like fucking
Roger.
in that like show.
Roger.
Oh, and the freaking droids are still
The droids,
hilarious
bro.
in it.
Oh yeah, they're great. But the amount that they expand on Obi-Wan and Anakin's story, so that you can go back and watch like Revenge of the Sith, and it just means more, and to explore that time period between those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job. Like the first cartoon and then the 3D animated show, they did a great job with Clone Wars. Definitely. I haven't seen any of the stuff that comes after that, like Rebels or the other shit. I haven't seen that, but I've seen some of the 3D animated Clone Wars. Not much, but one I really watched was the 2D cartoon.
Rebels is actually pretty good. That's up there in quality with the animated Clone Wars series.
I hear that a lot too. So I'm no longer a Star Wars guy. I'm anime now. Just anime for me.
That's
At the moment, that's all I watch.
Dude, well, the next time we go live for our anime show will be not this Monday, but June 16th. Man, we're going to talk about Prison School. I'm definitely going to bring up some One Piece. I definitely got to bring up One Piece.
Have you watched any episode of Prison School yet?
I have not, and I told them we were going to wait until you came back.
God.
I know. Dude, I'm a grown-up. I'm a grown-up, man. I'm a grown-up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a grown-up. I'm not a 27-year-old boy with a wife, Buck.
I don't see any of those in this panel.
All right.
Yeah,
man.
This was Marlinoid. That's what I'm talking about. Genndy Tartakovsky. That's the guy that made Samurai Jack. If you think Samurai Jack is fucking awesome, wait till you see the guy like animating Star Wars, man. It's fucking beautiful. And the powers, the way they use their force powers in that, it's even better than the fucking movies, man. Watch it. It's beautiful. I promise you, it's amazing.
Heck yeah.
It's an experience.
But yeah, man, that's everything, guys. I gotta jet out and close us out unless Buck and Brent want to keep it going. I got a Chipotle order to pick up in 6 minutes before they close. So yeah, I gotta go ahead and end it.
You're not getting that burrito, bro.
Dude, I know, bro. Man, if I miss this burrito, it's gonna be hell to pay, man.
You're not getting that burrito, cat.
Why? What the freak?
I don't know. We need a Fox video. If you know, you know.
Are you finding one then? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Peace out, everybody.
Let's close it out. Peace out, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good
We'll
night.
see you guys next time, man. Peace out.
Put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life.
Childish.
What's the credit score? What's the credit score if your cash ain't right?